We are live from Dan Reaser Stadium at Elyria Catholic High School. This is the Holy Name Athletics pregame show. I am your host, Nathan Smee. Alongside me is an empty bleachers. My two co-hosts are not here right now. Damien will not be here at all today due to illness. Best of wishes to him. Cam will be late as usual, but should be here by kickoff. So you have me and you'll hear my opinions for the next probably 25 minutes. It's a big game, GLC Championship game. Both 5-0 in conference play. Both teams have not lost since they last played each other on September 9th of this year. So it's a big game, and looking to last week, both teams put up an offensive statement, starting with Holy Name versus Buckeye. That game was supposed to be really close going into it. Holy Name 7-point favorites. We came out favorites by 29 points, 35-6, after a dominant day on the ground with 4 rushing touchdowns. Javon Williams, Keyshawn Gardner, and Christian Sanchez did their job on the ground, and Austin Wondolowski got it done in the air, getting us our 35-6 victory. And Elyria Catholic versus Bay, 41-14. Elyria Catholic, their offense has been dominant, scoring 40+ in the last 4 games. They got some nice touchdowns. Brady Cook did his thing in the passing game. As usual, Levi Elis was his usual self, getting 2 touchdowns. But a big story, Thomas Needhurst, 3 touchdowns. He had 2 touchdowns receiving and 1 punt return touchdown, so that definitely will be a big factor of today's game, as Elyria Catholic's offense, as usual, is potent and ready to strike at any time. So with that, I'm going to ask myself 5 questions, as I usually would ask my co-hosts. They are not here, unfortunately. So we're going to start with question number 1. Holy Name was unable to stop the run game last time against Elyria Catholic, as Levi Elis had 308 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns on 38 odd carries. What does Holy Name need to do on defense to adjust for this? I said a couple of things. Besides, obviously, the game plan towards Levi, anyone can tell you that. Even if you don't know about football, you know Holy Name's game plan against Levi. You got to prevent the outside run. You got to limit the run in general. If we can limit any kind of run, the outside is key. Because all 4 of Elyria Catholic's rushing touchdowns against us, the 3 from Levi and the 1 from Tavion Thomas, all use the outside hash and we're all in direct snaps. If we can game plan against that, I think we'll be successful. And if we have to force them inside, that's where you got to wrap up. You got to have the big guys inside. Zach Skagluski, Joey Ragone, Andrew Cole on the defensive line, even some linebackers like Will Disk, or even going to the second or third level of Colin Dosko in the secondary. You got to be prepared. Everyone got to be able to wrap up their tackles and be ready to hit hard, because Levi, he won't go down on 1 hit. He might be a little undersized, people say. He's going to not go down on 1 hit. It's going to take a couple hits to get someone like him down. And if we can do that, that's good. And forcing them to go deep in their running arsenal will be key as well. Tavion Thomas is a good back, yes. He's not as good as Levi Elis. Both of them can be dangerous, but if we make them go to their second or third choice, if we limit Levi to like 30 first half yards, stuff like that is a big part if Holy Name can stop the running game. Question number 2. Elyria Catholics had a very consistent offense. Like I said, they scored 42 points exactly in the 3 weeks leading up to last week. Well, last week they only put up 41 points. And they were able to keep balance of running the ball, but also passing the ball at the same time. So what does Holy Name need to do to game plan for both those things? Obviously, Elyria Catholic is going to be a run-first team. We know this. Whenever you have a back like Levi Elis, like I said, a little undersized, but he can still get through there, kind of like a Maurice Jones-Drew kind of archetype. Anytime you have someone like that, they're going to game plan as that's going to be their main guy. Their coaches said in interviews, Levi's our guy, and they're not afraid to tell you that. If we can limit Levi and they're going to have to throw the ball with Brady Cook, yes, Brady Cook's a good quarterback. He has 8 picks on the year, and in the Holy Name game, he threw 2 first-half picks. We did not see him throw the ball once in the second half. If we can make him have to throw the ball because they're losing by 21, 14 points even, that's a big part, because we've seen him make errors. Even Hector Garcia, his split of 6 and 2, he still throws picks, and in that Holy Name JV game, he did struggle a little bit at first, but he was able to lead the offense, maybe even arguably better than Brady is able to lead this EC varsity offense. If we can force them to go deep, go to Hector Garcia, make them throw the ball on 3rd and long, I think that's going to be a big part of success for Holy Name tonight in stopping this potent EC offense, who apparently likes to put up 40 points every game they play. Question 3, Christian Sanchez was kind of a non-factor in the last time out against Elyria Catholic. He had 8 rushes for 29 yards. It wasn't his best day at the office. That was the second time he was limited to under 30 yards. What does he need to do to keep up his changed form? The first thing I do have to say about that, since that game, Christian Sanchez has been consistently running the ball really well, getting 100-yard games, getting many touchdowns. He has 9 touchdowns on the year now in 7 games, as he missed only 1 game to that ankle injury. But if we can get him going but not rely on him solely, that's a big part of this game. Give him the ball 2 or 3 times a series if it's like a 7-play drive, but also use the other running backs to make sure that Christian stays fresh throughout this whole game. That'll be a big part of Christian Sanchez being effective. He's averaging right around that 15 carries per game, getting around the 88-yard range. If he can do that as usual and get in the end zone, I think that'll be the best way we can use him. Not using him as a bell cow, giving the ball 30, 40 times a game, but using him maybe under 20 times, I think that's the best way we can use him today and keep him fresh for next week's playoff game against an Ontario, against a Sandusky team, against a Rocky River team. Any of those teams, keep him fresh for next week. Question 4, with this being a conference championship game with minimal impact on the playoff standings, there's still impact, just minimal. At what point do you start to rest starters? My logic behind this, if you go the second half, if it's 21 points in either direction, that may be the time you start to think about resting some guys. Holy name, we know Javon Williams is a great quarterback, but we know Andrew Cook can do just as well in the passing game as Vaughn can do in the running game. If we could swap them out and get both of them touches in tonight's game, and keep both fresh for next week's game, that could be big. We want to win this game against EC. The guys know they can, but if this game gets out of hand, just like in week 16 or 17 of the NFL, why would you risk your star player if you know you're already in the playoffs and have a first-round home game or a first-round bye? Why would you risk your star player? You've seen teams do this in the NFL before, like Wes Welker in like the 2010s or even before that, the Patriots. They played him in a week 17 game when first team was all clinched and everything. He got hurt and missed the whole playoffs. You want to avoid that. You want to do everything you can to win the game, but you got to also at the same time realize if the game's out of hand, the game's out of hand. Get some of these sophomores or juniors some reps. I mean, you can go deep in the running back core. Like Vince Castando has a decent amount of carries this season. I believe it's 30. Casey Estep, you can go to him. In the receiving game, Mikey Torzedlo, who's played really well in defense. The sophomore, you can go to him. Evan Strzynski, Alex Voltaire, Alex Bowden, a number of guys. Just go deep in the depth chart, especially if the game's out of hand. On either way, even if we're up by 30, you want to make sure your guys are fresh for next week and to avoid any unnecessary injuries. And question number 5. As per normal, the crowd expenditure is pretty high. But the last couple of weeks, the away fans have kind of disappointed us. I mean, Buckeye last week maybe had 15 students in their student section. A little underwhelming as for what we were expecting. So the question would be, how many Holy Name fans did you expect? Now, from what I've seen, you'll see a decent amount of Holy Name fans, but maybe not as many as we're accustomed to. Maybe we'll see something according to kind of like the Parma game a couple Thursdays ago at Normandy. You'll see like a decent amount of fans, but nothing like you would see at Royalton. Nothing you would see on a Friday night at Royalton in better weather. It's going to be a lot of fans, but I think EC will outnumber us by a good margin. Excuse me. And with that, that brings to the end of our questions, and now we're going to go to speed stats. Usually I'm the one who gets to read off these stats. However, I'm not going to read them off to myself, so I'm going to employ a little bit of help here. My dad, who usually helps us with the tech for most of these streams, is going to read me the 12 questions that I wrote ahead of time. I have somewhat of an idea of what I'm going to say, but you're going to hear my opinion for these 12 speed stats for the first time. And for these speed stats, I went deep. I did averages. I went pretty deep in the arsenal, so I'm hoping these speed stats will be good. So once he makes his way down here, I'll pass it off to my dad to read me these questions, and I'll give you my opinions for these 12 speed stats. All right, let's hear it.
All right, Javon Williams is averaging 101.88 yards per game.
Yes.
Awesome. Passing this season, will he throw for 100 yards tonight?
I think he'll get just above that, especially in the later stages of this game. 100 yards is guaranteed.
All right, Brady Cook is averaging 123.7 yards per game. Passing this season, will he throw for 123 yards tonight?
I believe he definitely will.
Number 3, Christian Sanchez is averaging 88 rushing yards per game on 14.3 carries. Will he log 100 yards rushing and 15 carries tonight?
I think Christian, 15 carries, 125 yards tonight and a touchdown. That's my stat line for him, so yes.
Okay. Levi Elis has 21 touchdowns in 9 games this season rushing. Will he have 3 total touchdowns tonight?
No, I think he'll have 2.
Number 5, Andrew Cole is averaging 2.75 catches for 34.38 yards and 0.25 touchdowns per game. Will Cole get 3 catches, 35 yards, and 1 touchdown tonight?
For sure, big game coming for Andrew Cole.
All right. Number 6, Tony Grasso is averaging 3.67 catches for 45.6 yards and 0.56 touchdowns per game. Will Grasso get 4 catches for 50 yards and 1 TD tonight?
He'll be the leading receiver for Elyria Catholic, yes.
7 in total. Holy Name has run the ball for 1,787 yards in 8 games this season. Will Holy Name run for the 213 yards needed to reach 2,000 rushing yards on the season?
Yes, I think we'll get it by the end of the third quarter.
All right, number 8, Thomas
Neathurst.
Thank you. Has 3 touchdowns last week, including 1 on a punt return. Will he find the end zone this week?
I believe so.
9, Holy Name ran for 4 touchdowns. Will we run for 4 touchdowns today?
No, I think it's going to be 3.
Okay, 10, the last time we played EC, the score was 28-14. Will the score tonight be within 2 scores?
I believe so.
11, 42 points combined were scored between EC and Holy Name last time. Will there be more than 42 points tonight?
I'll take the over.
And lastly, number 12, will attendance be over 2,000 people in person tonight?
I mean, looking at the Elyria Catholic stands, it's going to be close. I'm going to say clocks in at 2,100, yes.
Okay.
And with that, that ends our speed stats. As usual, if you have any stats that you want us to feature on the speed stats, let us know by sending it to us on either one of our social media accounts on Instagram or Twitter. And with that, we go to predictions. I have Damien's predictions. Cam will give his later. And as usual, I have mine. Starting with game number 1, Bay favored by 16 over Normandy. I believe Bay will win. Damien does agree. I mean, Normandy, we know that's a good team. Elijah Gray has played pretty well this year. That young Normandy team, the 50-odd freshmen on that team, they're a very young team. I think Bay's going to sneak it out. 7-point victory by Bay Village. Game 2 is Westlake favored by 7 over Lakewood. It's going to be a closer game than most think. I say with Westlake by 3. Damien agrees that Westlake will win. I think Lakewood, we've seen them. They're a tough team. Alex Simon's their quarterback, pretty good at football. He's able to run the ball well. It's going to be a pretty close game. I'd say 2017 in favor of the Demons. Game number 3, Rocky River versus Valley Forge, who's favored by 14, no longer 17 points as it changed overnight. It's going to be a lot closer than that. I think Damien does agree for sure with Valley Forge. I was back and forth. I'm going to give Valley Forge by 3. Johnny Bebby, the running back of Rocky River, he's had a little bit of a down season, but the Bebby legacy at Rocky River will forever live on. As long as there's a running back with that last name at that school, you can never count Rocky River out of any game that they play in. Game number 4, Fairview favored by 8 over Parma Redmond. I got to go with Fairview. I think it's going to be a bigger game than that. 14-point Fairview's going to win. Damien agrees. He went with all the overs, by the way, so if I don't repeat one, he just went with all the overs. Game number 5, North Olmsted favored by 14 over the team that we beat last week, Buckeye. I do agree. I think momentum killed for Buckeye. They were doing really well. I think they're going to struggle tonight against North Olmsted, who's had a revitalized second half this season. They're going to win by a decent margin. Game number 6, the biggest game of the week in any of high school sports, in my opinion. St. Ed's, ranked number 1 versus ranked number 3, Archbishop Hoban. Ed's favored by 7. I think they'll win by 7. It's going to be a very good game. Interesting to see how Ed's will approach that one after the big win over Moyer 6-0 last week. Game number 7, Kenston versus Mayfield. Mayfield favored by 5. I got to go with Mayfield. I mean, I got to take the over team for that. No other logic. I'm taking the team that's favored to win. Game number 8, Centerville favored by 3 over Wayne. I got to take Centerville by 5. Odd score. Centerville, they held up against Springfield. They've played well the last couple of weeks. I think they got to take home the victory tonight. It's going to be a good game, but I think they're going to take home the victory. Padua, favored by 33 over Brush. It's going to be closer than that. Padua by 21 in my opinion. But still, Padua, they got to get a couple of these wins going into the playoffs next week. Potentially making the playoffs, they still need to win out tonight. But even on the road, Padua needs to get something going tonight to show that they can make it past week 1. Game number 10, Notre Dame Cathedral Latin favored by 2 versus Lake Catholic. This is the first team under I am going with. I got to go Lake Catholic by 3. Lake Catholic, they held in against a tough VASJ team last week. I think it's going to be a very good game down to the wire. Both teams played pretty well over the last couple of weeks, even though they're both 2-7. Lake Catholic, they are going to win by 3. Game number 11, Medina favored by 23 over Solon. I got to go Medina. Drew Allard, that was our quarterback last year. I'm sure he taught the new guy well. From what I've seen, he has, considering Medina's record's pretty good this year. I got to go with Medina. They're going to win, and it's going to be by 21. And final, my hometown team of Strongsville versus Brunswick. Brunswick's favored by 1 for the first time. Clip this. Write it down in history. I'm actually going with Strongsville to win a game for once. Strongsville by 3. My travel baseball team has convinced me to pick Strongsville this week. If they're wrong, I blame them. I don't blame myself. I would have went with Brunswick in my opinion. But if Strongsville wins, I would definitely would have went with Strongsville completely. And Damien, like I said, went with Brunswick as that's the over team. We'll hear Cam's predictions later, but other than that, that is it with our predictions. And now finally, the keys to victory, we have 4, starting with limit the running game, especially Levi and Tavion if they go to them. The running game killed us last time. 4 direct snap rushing touchdowns for Elyria Catholics, why they won last time by 14. Limit Levi's yards, limit the big plays, and that's going to be a big part of this game. Force Brady Cook to have to throw. He has a 12 touchdown to 8 pick ratio. even if Hector Garcia has to throw the junior, he has a 6-2 touchdown to pick ratio. This team throws interceptions. If we can force them to, that's going to be a big part of this game. And even Rayshon Ederson could have had number 3 of that first half in that game if he just is able to keep his feet in bounds. It's going to be close, but if we can make them throw the ball and make them make mistakes, I think Holy Name can win this game. Number 3, get the run game going, and don't be afraid to use more of Austin Wondolowski, Keyshawn Gardner, and Nick Kuchera, especially if Sanchez is being limited once again. Like I said, 29 yards last time out against Elyria Catholic. Going to those 3 other running backs, or even Javon Williams in the running game, could be big for Holy Name to get a victory if we want to stay on the ground for the majority of tonight's game. And finally, number 4, get an early lead and keep it. We had a 7-point lead going into the half last time, but gave up 21 unanswered in the third quarter to lose. If we have a lead, we got to keep it. Defense, we've stepped up big in the last couple of weeks. We got to make sure that was not a fluke and do it one more time tonight against Elyria Catholic to have all that momentum of a 6-game winning streak going into the playoffs. And with that, that ends our Holy Name Athletics pregame show. We'll be back on in around 20-25 minutes to bring you the first quarter and the rest of the game.
Flatley, linesman Joe McCafferty, line judge Keith Waters, umpire Marty Lincoln, and head referee John Rock. Their experience and integrity qualify them for their important role in this contest. Please remember that sportsmanship is contagious, and this attitude should be reflected by all here this evening. At this time, you are asked to please stand and remove your hats for a short prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Lord our God, we ask you to watch over your church throughout the world and your church gathered here today. Help us remember that our most important goal is to do our best. Grant us a healthy and respectful spirit of competition. Watch over the Green Wave and the Panthers, their coaches, the referees, fans, students, and alumni. May we respect the gifts and abilities that you have given to each. And let us honor your Holy Spirit living within us. Guide us to be people of E, excellence, and C, compassion. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Our Lady of Victory. Ladies and gentlemen, the Elyria Catholic Alma Mater. Football fans, please be reminded that the Great Lakes Conference requires both teams to be on the field before the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the south end zone and welcome the Holy Name Green Wave. And here come the Panthers! Ladies and gentlemen, Panther fans, back in March of this year, the Elyria Catholic community suffered a huge loss. One of our former captains and quarterback, Brent Petrus, lost his life to a grand mal seizure. Brent's family is here tonight. Brent wore number 16 for the Panthers. They're currently bringing a game ball out to the referees. And we're going to have 16 seconds, a 16-second moment of silence in Brent's honor. Please join us for 16 seconds of silence. Thank you. Thank you. Panther fans, please show the Petrus family your support. Brent's mom and his dad, his brother Chad, his two nephews, Colin Keneally and Connor Petrus. Former Panther standout Jack Keneally, and future Panther standout, Claire Petrus, also in attendance. The Petrus family is synonymous with the Elyria Catholic Athletics, and we all miss Brent very, very much. Sudden death is very hard to deal with, and the Petrus family has had to cope with that this year. Once again, we all miss Brent very much. Tonight, the game's for Brent. Thank you, Petrus family. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and her troops serving her, you are asked to remain standing and join the Elyria Catholic Marching Band in the playing of our national anthem.
Dan Reaser Stadium, home of the Elyria Catholic Panthers, and your site for the 2022 GLC Championship game. Hello everyone and welcome to this special coverage of Holy Name football. This is Holy Name versus Elyria Catholic Panthers. I am Nathan Smee, and alongside me in a couple minutes will be Cameron Ragazzo once he arrives. This GLC Championship game for 2022, it's going to be a big game. These teams played each other earlier this year. 28-14 victory in favor of Elyria Catholic was the result last time out. However, change of scenery. Holy Name since then has won 5 straight games and is ready to make it 6 tonight with a big statement win over the Panthers of Elyria Catholic as they prepped for this for the last couple of weeks. This loss has not been a good taste in their mouths since then, and they're ready to avenge it tonight against Elyria Catholic in a game where Elyria Catholic is favored by 9 to win. Phillips is ready to send the ball away, and once he does, we'll begin tonight's contest. Phillips begins his run up, and the ball has blown off the tee. The wind has already been a factor earlier in tonight's game as the opening kickoff has been negated. During warm-ups, the wind was already a factor there. We knew it was going to be a big part of tonight's game, and this is just the minimal part of it. It could be a lot worse, and I assume we will see a lot worse of the wind in the coming minutes and hours of this game. Phillips checks, he's ready to go, and he begins his run up once again, and we are underway at Dan Reaser Stadium. Squib punt taken in at the 15 after a muff punt by Gardner. Pavanka takes it, cutting up field, and he'll be wrestled down at the 22-yard line. Elyria Catholic says they have it.
And a special teams tackle made by number 5, J.J. Metzinger for the Panthers. 9 yards on the return for Kevin Pavanka. And Holy Name will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Holy Name did not give up the fumble there on the hard hit against Pavanka as Holy Name's offense led by Javon Williams and Christian Sanchez will come out here for their first attempt to put the ball in the end zone tonight's contest.
And that's senior number 8, quarterback for the Green Wave.
First down 10, ball at the 23-yard line. Williams takes a snap, hands the ball to Sanchez. Cuts upfield and is taken down from below at the 26-yard line. Gain of 3, second down and 7 upcoming. And now officially joining me is Cameron Ragazzo alongside me as he only missed one play.
I did.
Tony Grasso made the tackle for the Panthers.
As we were saying in pregame, the running game will be a big part for both these teams as the ball is given to Sanchez already early in this game. Usually averages around 15 touches a game, so it's interesting to see how many he gets tonight. Second down and 7, ball at the 26-yard line. Doubles right formation for Holy Name. Andrew Cole, the man in motion. Ginley follows. Hand off to Sanchez, cuts upfield. Sanchez will be taken down at the 28-yard line. Gain of 2 to bring up third down and 5 for Holy Name.
Graydon Rollins credited with that tackle for the Panthers. Gain of 2 on the play. Third down and 5.
And now look at this third down and 5. Holy Name might have to throw the ball here early. Javon Williams, we know he can throw the ball. 813 passing yards so far in the season in 8 games, so interesting to see how many he can add tonight. Williams looks to the sideline for the play call. Goes back, we're lining up in a trips right formation. Third down and 5. Williams takes a snap, cut to keep it himself, runs up the middle, cuts to the outside hash and has some room. The 40, the 50, the 40. And we forced down at the, we're gonna say at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, just like I always say, you got to get Javon to the outside, and once he's there, he's going to use his speed to beat you deep, and just excellent play there.
42 yards on the game for Javon Williams. Enough for a Holy Name first down.
Javon Williams using his legs there on 3rd and 5, which we thought would be a passing play. Nice job there by Williams to sell the fake handoff, get to that outside hash, and get the first down. Sanchez has it, and he'll be met immediately at the line of scrimmage. Gain of 0 to bring up second down and 10.
Graydon Rollins with his second tackle of the night for the Panthers.
Second down and 10 after the gain of 0 on the play. Wendolowski to the left side of Williams, and behind Williams is Christian Sanchez. Williams looks for the snap, tries to get in the draw offside, and they don't. He now looks to the sideline for the play call. Wendolowski gives him the play call. Second down and 10. Williams takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling out to the right side, looking to throw, launches downfield for Wendolowski, and it is coming Wendolowski, and he's in for the Holy Name touchdown. Austin Wendolowski, the big receiving touchdown for 30 yards, which puts Holy Name up 6-0 early in tonight's contest.
For the Holy Name touchdown.
Yeah, Holy Name had run 4 straight runs before that play, and the play action fooled him, and Rondo just leaped out of the backfield and was able to corral the ball in and walk into the end zone.
Joey Ragone to snap. Austin Wendolowski will hold.
Now Robinson, the senior lefty kicker, is ready to go on and attempt the extra point to make this a 7-0 ball game, pending his kick. Ragone snap is good. The hold by Wendolowski is good. The kick is up and good. What looked like a 3-and-out potentially coming for Holy Name turned into a nice run by Javon Williams. One stop by the Elyria Catholic defensive line, then led to Javon Williams using his arm, finding Austin Wendolowski for the 30-yard touchdown. 7-0 score early on in tonight's contest, and what could only be described as the best possible start for Holy Name's offense.
Yeah, just a great way to start with the ball, come out hot, and score an early lead, and let's see what the Holy Name defense can do here.
Yeah, with the hard hit early on that drive on the kick return by Pavanka, it looked like Elyria Catholic had all the momentum that they needed to get out of that right there on 3rd down and 5. But unfortunately for them, Williams used his legs outside hash, and just like that, all the momentum that was brought on by that hit has all been gone down the drain. And now Elyria Catholic, led by Brady Cook and Levi Elis, are looking to answer.
Connor Petrus and number 28, Rocco DiMartinez are deep to receive. And sophomore Chase Josity has it teed up to the green wave.
Chase Josity ready to send this ball away. One of our Holy Name's other lefty kickers, as they'll send the ball away. Elyria Catholic looking to answer, being down 7-0. Josity's kick is off. Gonna bounce at the 30-yard line, taking it at the 20-yard line. And the returner, Rocco DeMartinez, the returner, was taken down at the 21-yard line, where Elyria Catholic will start their first possession of the game. I know Rocco DeMartinez, he played a pretty big role in that Elyria Catholic 49-0 win over Holy Name's JV team earlier this year at Dan Reaser. So I'm interested to see how he's used in tonight's offense.
And then senior Brady Cook at quarterback for the Panthers.
First down 10, ball at the 21-yard line of Elyria Catholic. Cook in the backfield, to the left side of him is Ellis. Grasso in motion. The handoff is to Ellis. And Ellis will stumble his way forward to the 22-yard line, which will be a gain of 1, which will bring up second down and 9. We know they're going to go to Levi early and often in this game, and the first play going to Levi, I was expect to see more of that, especially the direct snaps that killed Holy Name in the contest at North Worthington High School earlier this year. Handoff to Ellis on a little bit of misdirection. He cuts upfield, has some room, and will be forced down at the 35, but there's a flag on the play.
Tackled by Keyshawn Garner, and there's 3 flags on the play.
The refs seem to be convening to decide what the penalty is. I would assume it might be something along the lines of holding.
I don't know, we're gonna find out.
1 flag has been picked up.
There's still 2 flags.
We're still waiting. Like I say, it's, I believe, a face mask. It's going to be a face mask against Holy Name. And that'll move Elyria Catholic even further up the field after a nice run there by Levi Elis. He's in the middle of the field to get a nice run and a first down for Elyria Catholic.
It's a 15-yard mark off after a 13-yard run. Plenty enough for a Panther.
First down now, ball at midfield for Elyria Catholic. Tanner in motion. Cook looking to throw. Pass is caught by Tanner. Tanner's going upfield. He's using his power to push forward, and we're taken down finally at the 28-yard line of Elyria Catholic. 33-yard line of Elyria Catholic to bring up first down for Elyria Catholic. They're going down, hurry up motion as the new quarterback in the game is Hector Garcia, the junior quarterback. Garcia tries to get him to draw, unable to get Dix to commit.
33.
Garcia fakes it. Tavian Thomas takes the direct snap. And he'll be thrown down pretty hard at the 30-yard line after the gain of 3.
Thomas was the ball carrier. Nick Cuchero made the tackle.
I mean, we know Elyria Catholic uses 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs. We know that early and often. But they're trying to do the direct snap, try to fool Holy Name, but Holy Name was ready for it, as they've seen that many times, and able to throw Tavian Thomas down for a minimal gain. Brady Cook, the quarterback, now being taken into the game at wide receiver with Hector Garcia standing in under center. Tavian Thomas to the right side of Garcia with Tanner in motion. Garcia takes a snap, takes a handoff, throws to Cook, and it's dropped.
Hector Garcia's
A nice job there by Austin Wondolowski to make sure the ball is not going to be caught at all after a little bit of a hit there late. Luckily not called a late hit, but good job there by Wondolowski to make sure that if he caught the ball, Cook was going nowhere.
Yeah, it looks like that was just momentum towards the ball, and I don't know, he was running full speed, so kind of hard to stop.
Yeah, Elyria Catholic, this offense, they'll try to do all the stops, all the tricks, try to fool you, not know who's getting the ball. They'll tell you Levi's getting the ball, but as you can notice on your screen right now, Levi is not in the game for what I believe is the second play in a row. Brady Cook now going back as quarterback, 3rd down. Cook looking to throw, pass to the flat, it's tipped, and it is incomplete. Almost picked up by Christian Sanchez. However, on the dive, Christian Sanchez appears to be shaken up, and he's in a lot of pain. We'll be back in a minute after we check on Christian Sanchez, hoping he's okay.
possession for the Panthers.
After the injury timeout for Christian Sanchez, he's been taken off the field. 4th down and 7 is upcoming here for Elyria Catholic as Levi Elis does check back into the game as Brady Cook will stay in and the offense will try to convert here from 7 yards deep. Ellis motion to the left side of the backfield. The screen is caught by him. He's looking to throw and has the pressure and Gabe Young hits him and he's caught by Hal Burton. And Hal Burton's taken out at the, they're going to say at the 25-yard line, but that might be short.
There is a flag on the play.
Levi's pass was complete to Mason Halliburton. Knocked out of bounds by Colin Dosco.
Might be,
And there's a flag on the play.
looks like it might be something on Elyria Catholic. I don't know, is when Levi released the ball, the flag immediately came out. It might be the hit on him, but
If that's a late hit, then you could chalk that up to kind of the one that was called against Tom Brady. That was perfectly timed hit by Gabe Young. Very good job by them. If it is called a roughing the passer hit, I would not change anything if I was Gabe Young. That was a perfect pressure. A nice job there by him. To force the throw, that was actually pretty good to Hal Burton.
he still had the ball in his hand while he was hitting him.
It's going to be close. And Holy Name sideline seems to be clapping, so it appears that Holy Name will not be penalized on the play.
If the penalty is against Elyria Catholic, Holy Name will most likely decline as Elyria Catholic did not get the line to gain.
If they did, it'd be close.
If they got the line, they're just going to accept the penalty.
The refs are still convening as Coach Wondolowski is trying to explain his cause to the refs. Some subs are being made. Christian Sanchez is walking gingerly back onto the field, but good to see him back in the game as Jeremy Wallace is subbed out.
The penalty is a personal foul, face mask penalty against Elyria Catholic.
The call is a face mask against Elyria Catholic on a personal foul. Great job there by Holy Name to not get penalized on the play for potentially a late hit and now we're still trying to see the outcome of this play as if it's going to be called 4th down again as he got to the line to gain, or they're going to say that Holy Name takes possession at around the 25-yard line. If that math is at the 25-yard line, that should be then 1st down and 10 because that was 2 lines short to get. Instead, they're moving the ball up in favor of Elyria Catholic.
What are they doing?
The refs seem to be confused here on the call.
Somehow it's Panthers ball at the 12-yard line, 1st down.
And from what we're hearing from the coach's box, it was a pass to an illegal receiver downfield as Levi Elis takes the handoff. And they take it down at the 4-yard line.
That makes 0 sense.
I mean, this isn't a Elyria Catholic home game. Something might be a little biased in favor of Elyria Catholic, but it was a throw to an illegal man downfield. A personal foul against Elyria Catholic, but yet Holy Name is penalized.
From the 4.
I don't know. Maybe 2 green teams and they're confused.
Garcia is now back in at quarterback. Ellis on the left side of him. 2nd down at the 4-yard line. I believe it's going to be a 2nd down and 2 as they're going to say that the line to gain is the 2-yard line. Man in motion. Handoff to Grasso. Grasso is hit in the backfield. Now waiting to see where the pile finally stops. It stops around the 5-yard line, where they should mark him down, which might be a loss of 1, maybe being back just to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be close.
Number 23, Grasso.
They're saying it's 3rd down.
Put that tackle to senior Logan Burden for Holy Name.
A very weird first half of this first quarter of this game so far. Weird start for both sides. Holy Name was close to going 3 and out. Short touchdown now, Elyria Catholic. They should have been out of bounds. Should be Holy Name ball. However, Elyria Catholic has the ball 3rd down and 3 in striking distance.
That looked to be a false start.
And they're going to call false start against Elyria Catholic. It looked like Christian Sanchez was ready to go, but it looked like someone on the Elyria Catholic O-line did move first, which if that is the case, that should move them back.
The wide receiver also definitely moved.
The flag before the snap is an illegal procedure penalty against the Panthers.
They called it right this time.
That penalty will move Elyria Catholic back to what should be the 10-yard line, they're going to say is that.
3rd down.
They're going to say 3rd down and maybe,
And 8.
they're going to say 3rd down and 8 in stadium. The line to gain is the 2-yard line with Grasso in motion. Garcia takes a snap, Takes the handoff, looking to throw. Launches, and it is incomplete. Almost intercepted there by Keyshawn Gardner. Like I said in pregame, this Elyria Catholic team, their quarterback duo does like to throw a couple of interceptions a game, as they've thrown, I believe, 10 interceptions on the season. I believe the statistic is 24 touchdowns and 10 picks combined between Garcia and Cook. So, I mean, it would have been more if Ragazzo actually kept his feet in bounds at North Royalton in that game. So, I mean, Elyria Catholic, they're not afraid to throw the risky ball, and that almost paid off really well for Holy Name. Instead, Nicholas Phillips, the junior kicker, will be on to attempt the field goal to try and make a 7-3 ball game. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is just through the uprights, and that'll be a 7-3 ball game now in favor of Holy Name. After a very weird drive that the refs had some interesting calls there made, as a lot of conversation was needed. Either way, we'll be back in a minute. 7-3 in favor of Holy Name is your score. After the field goal attempt, make it 7-3. Elyria Catholic starting to send the ball away to Holy Name for what will begin their second drive of the contest. Phillips sends the ball away. It's going to go back pretty deep to around the 5-yard line, taken in. Cutting back is the returner, which I believe is Pavanka, and he'll be taken down at the 21-yard line, where Holy Name will begin their second possession, hoping to duplicate what they did last time, which is a nice drive using the run game and passing game both effectively, capped off by a 30-yard pass touchdown to Austin Wondolowski. If you're Holy Name, you got to be feeling well after that first drive. Perfectly executed, and defense holding them only to 3. Well, on what looked like it was going to be a guaranteed touchdown for Elyria Catholic, looking how Levi Elis was running on Elyria Catholic territory.
A special teams tackle is by Henry Campbell for the Panthers.
With trips left, Holy Name will begin their second attempt to score once again. Williams takes a snap, hands the ball to Sanchez. Gets hit, and he'll be forced down at the 21-yard line. So say he got back to the line of scrimmage, will bring up 2nd down and 10. And what we can hear from our side is the coaches are yelling, "Get the ball." It appears that Elyria Catholic is trying to be aggressive and strip the ball out of Sanchez's hands early in this game to try to get good field position. And if they're able to pull it off, that'd be a big play there for Elyria Catholic.
To Colin Keneally for the Panthers.
Former Holy Name student Colin Keneally on the tackle. 2nd down and 10. Doubles left formation. Williams trying to get them to draw offside, unable to. Now looks to the sideline for the play call. Receives his call. Sanchez moves to the right side now of Williams. 2nd down and 10. Williams takes a snap, looking to throw. The screen to Cole is caught. Cuts upfield. Evades a couple tackles. Going low, and he'll finally be taken out of bounds at the 22-yard line. I can guess we're going to have 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, like I always say, when you get Andrew Cole in space, good things are going to happen. Granted, he didn't get a lot of yards on that play, but he broke 3 tackles, I think. So, just unfortunate that he wasn't able to get as many yards as he's used to getting on that play, but good job there to still break 3 tackles.
And I'm sure that's kind of a flashback for Cole. Same side of the field, similar down with that screen pass we had to him. If it wasn't being tripped up on, I believe by Tony Grasso it was in that game, Cole had a lot of field in front of him. He probably would have scored a touchdown on that play. However, he wasn't able to, and this time once again hit. And there's a flag on the play. It appears that Pearl has jumped off sides for Elyria Catholic. They're going to say encroachment on Elyria Catholic is the call. It's a very good job there by Holy Name's offensive line to stay still, make sure they don't flinch when Pearl jumps outside, and Holy Name will get a couple extra yards.
Mark off, it will remain 3rd down, 3rd and about 4.
Holy Name now at 3rd down and 4, in a lot more of a manageable situation. Now looks to the sideline for their play call. Sanchez moves to the right side of Williams. Wondolowski is kind of a wing, and Cole and someone else have the screen. Handoff to Sanchez, and he cuts up the middle and has enough for a 1st down. Does a little bit of a hopscotch thing there and gets to the 36-yard line, which will be a 9-yard gain, plenty enough for a Holy Name 1st down.
Yeah, Christian Sanchez broke through to that 2nd level, and with multiple people still on him, but luckily the Elyria Catholic defender made a smart play and went low for the tackle and was able to get him.
Yeah, that's probably why he jumped, because he did a little bit of kind of like a skip to my Lou little thing there, trying to do a little jump thing, probably around the 30-yard line. It got him a couple extra yards, so it worked. Either way, Holy Name 1st down as Sanchez comes out of the game in favor of Keyshawn Gardner, who will now be the running back for this play. Gardner on the left side of Williams with a doubles left formation. 1st down and 10, ball at the 36-yard line. Williams takes the high snap, hands the ball off to Gardner. Gardner's hit pretty much immediately, and we take it now at the 36-yard line. Getting back to the line of scrimmage to bring up 2nd down and 10 for Holy Name.
Zach Pearl stayed home and made that tackle for the Panthers.
Tackle there by Zach Pearl, the man who jumped off sides earlier on this drive. Sanchez now checks back into the game for Gardner. 2nd down and 10 at the 36-yard line of Holy Name. 2:20 and counting left to go in the 1st quarter. 7-3 in favor of Holy Name is your score. Williams and the Holy Name offense looks at the sideline for their play call. They get it. Personnel stays the same in the same spots. 2nd down and 10. Williams takes a snap, looking to throw. Has Pavanka, launches downfield, and it is incomplete, just out of the reach of Pavanka. Closest defender there is Colin Dode.
Pass intended for Kevin Pavanka is incomplete. Colin Dowd was right there in coverage for the Panthers.
A little bit of a stop and go there by Pavanka. Nice job there. He kind of got the defender to bite a little bit, unable to get enough separation, and just a little bit overthrown by Williams.
Yeah, that's worked multiple times this year, so they said, why not try it again and see if we can get a chunk yard play, but unfortunate, little bit of an overthrow there by Jalen.
They'll bring up 3rd down and 10 to the 36. Holy Name potentially looking to throw, potentially a screen, or trusting the running backs. When I say running backs, I mean Sanchez or even Williams. You can call him a running back if you want. 3rd down and 10. $1:54 left to go in the 1st quarter. 7-3 is your score. Cole in motion. Williams takes a snap, looking to throw. Has some pressure, evading it, running to the right. Launches downfield for Cole, and it is intercepted. Taken in at the 41-yard line. Elyria Catholic makes a big stop there as Williams just had to chuck the ball up and pray that Cole could get to it, and he was unable to. Elyria Catholic will take over at the 41-yard line of Holy Name when we are back from a quick break. All right, we are back. Elyria Catholic has the ball now at the 41-yard line of Holy Name. 1st down and 10, the $1:46 left to go in the 1st quarter. Cook hands the ball off to Ellis. Ellis pushes his way forward to the 38-yard line. To be a gain of 3 on the play, so we're going to 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, I expect another steady diet of runs here from the Panther offense.
Tackle made by William Dix. I mean, he's cut out this year as one of the best players in his Holy Name defense, stepping up big time in some big time situations, making some big tackles, some interceptions, and I mean, the kid's worked hard. He's earned it. He definitely has a lot of support for his family. I believe his grandmother is watching. She requested a shout out, so there it is. We got it in as he requested us to do. Definitely looking forward to seeing him play the rest of this year and next year. Cook launching it downfield, and it is incomplete. Intended for, I believe that is Grasso. Coverage by Keyshawn Gardner, so we got 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, good coverage there by Keyshawn. Freddie Cook looked like he immediately snapped and had already predetermined his read. He was going to throw it no matter who was there. Just a little bit of a slight overthrow, but good coverage there nonetheless by Keyshawn.
Yeah, and even if it wasn't overthrowing the ball a little bit too wide left to be a little bit out of bounds there. Either way, 3rd down and 7, ball at the 38-yard line. Cook keeps it running to the right side of the field, trying to get the outside hash, and he does. cutting up field and breaks loose. Now he's at the 15 and will be forced out of bounds by Wondolowski at the 14-yard line. A big chunk play there by Elyria Catholic for, I believe, would be a gain of 24. Enough for Elyria Catholic first down, and they're now in the red zone once again in this game.
Gain of 24 yards for Brady Cook. Enough for a Panther.
Elyria Catholic now in a hurry-up formation here. Hand off to Tavion Thomas. Thomas cuts up the middle. Has some pressure and is taken now finally at the 4-yard line. Holy Name trying to quickly sub out some personnel as Elyria Catholic rushes to the line once again after the gain of 10. Garcia hands the ball to Thomas, who's met pretty much immediately. First one there on the hit is Tyler Davis. Take him down at the line of scrimmage or maybe even for a loss of 1. Good job there by Holy Name's defensive line to adjust to the hurry up there and make sure that Elyria Catholic's momentum finally stops after a couple plays of bleeding. Third down and 1, as it'll be interesting to see if Elyria Catholic does snap the ball as there's 10 seconds and counting left to go in the first quarter. Looking at the sideline, 3 seconds left. They're not going to run a play, and that should end the first quarter. 7-3 in favor of Holy Name, which scores Elyria Catholic driving. We'll be back in a minute with the second quarter. Third and 1 now, ball at the 4-yard line of Holy Name as we come back. 7-3 is your score in favor of Holy Name as we begin the second quarter. Garcia looking to throw, and it is, and we've been intercepted by Keyshawn Gardner. And it is, what a pick there by Keyshawn Gardner after a tip in the secondary. And Holy Name avoids what would be a detrimental touchdown for Elyria Catholic and gets the ball back. Now I believe it will be at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like it was tipped by, I don't know, I can't really tell, but it was tipped and then right into the hands of Keyshawn Gardner, able to get his hands under the ball so it wouldn't be an incomplete pass, and just a great momentum shift for the Holy Name defense.
That might not be the touchdown he's gotten in the last 2 games, but that prevents one, so that's just as good as one there for Keyshawn Gardner, who's been an absolute tear in these last couple of games, scoring 3 touchdowns, and now preventing a big touchdown for Elyria Catholic, which might have shifted momentum in the Panthers' formation.
So the Green Wave will take over 1st and 10 at the 20.
First down 10, ball at the 20-yard line as Williams looks to shake off the interception and have a nice drive here. Doubles right formation as he gets the ball looking to throw, has some pressure, and has to ground the ball intended for Sanchez to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Javon Williams.
Yeah, definitely the smart play there. There were 2 defenders on him, so either he was going to catch the ball and get absolutely lit up, or it was going to be a pick 6.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just got to throw the ball away. Got to take a little hit to the stats, and he made the right choice there as they bring up 2nd down and 10. I don't know if that was a design screen or what. It kind of looked like a halfback screen, but the play just broke down a little too quickly. Doubles right formation once again, 2nd down and 10. Williams unable to get to the Panthers' defensive line to jump. Looking to the sideline for the play call. Personnel stays in place, 2nd down and 10. High snap, looking to throw. Cole catches it, pushes his way upfield, and it's going to take down the 30-yard line, and that's enough to move the chains for a Holy Name first down. Cole did a nice job there, kind of weaving through the defense, getting hit a little bit, and diving forward to get enough for a Holy Name first down.
Made the tackle for the Panthers. Not before the Holy Name got enough for a first down. First down, Green Wave.
Holy Name now in somewhat of a hurry-up formation, trying to get Elyria Catholic to jump as they're unable to. Could be doubles left as Wondolowski both to be receiver, will be kind of a wing with Sanchez to the left side of Williams. Williams takes a snap, gonna keep it himself, running to the left side of the field. Gonna break through a couple hits and be taken down at the 36-yard line. A gain of 6 as we're bringing up 2nd down and 4.
Travis Mello made that.
I would to apologize for my coughing. I do not do well in the cold with my asthma. 2nd down and 5. They're gonna say ball at the 35-yard line of Holy Name. Trips right formation. Looking to the sideline is Williams and the rest of the Holy Name offense. Pavanka, Wondolowski, and Cole from bottom to up on the right side of the field, and the left side I believe is Matrinix. Sanchez down the left side of Williams. 2nd down and 5. Sanchez takes the handoff. We hit pretty much right away and forced down at the 37-yard line. Gain of 2 to bring up 3rd down and 3 for Holy Name.
Let's credit that tackle to Graydon Rollins for the Panthers.
Third down and 3. Trips right formation. Williams fakes the snap once again, looking to the sideline for the play call. Sanchez moves to the left side of Williams. 3rd down and 3. Ball at the 37-yard line of the Green Wave. 10:06 and counting left to go in the first half. 7-3 in favor of Holy Name is your score. Williams, screen pass is caught by Cole. Cuts back to the inside. Now running back. Going to the outside, changes field. Going to lose a lot of yards on this play as he's finally hit down at the 25-yard line. Loss of 12 on the play to bring up 4th down and 15. And the punt unit for Holy Name will come on for the first time in today's contest.
Yeah, not the most heads-up play there by Cole. He looked like he had maybe some room on the outside, but
I think he definitely had at least 5 yards on that outside edge if he went there. Unfortunately, it's just a split-second decision you got to make, and he made, unfortunately, the wrong read. His Holy Name will punt the ball away, hopefully pinning Elyria Catholic deep. As we know, also Wondolowski, we've seen his leg be used pretty well this year. Hopefully he can come in clutch once again.
Austin Wondolowski is the punter. Calendau deep to receive.
Calendau back deep for Elyria Catholic at the 40-yard line. Punt is away on a line drive. Going to bounce at the 43-yard, going to roll. And finally be marked dead at the 42-yard line. And we'll take a quick break and be back in 1 minute. We are back. First down 10 ball at the 42-yard line for Elyria Catholic. Cook pitches to Ellis to the left side of the field, going to the outside hash. Cuts upfield and will be forced out of bounds at the 39-yard line after an initial hit by Dasco.
there is a flag back by the line of scrimmage, and it looks like it's going to be holding on the Elyria Catholic offense.
Against the Panthers.
And it will be.
What a crucial hold there by Elyria Catholic. That obviously got Levi his space, but they'll bring him back, I believe, 10 yards. High school rules change everything. 10-yard move back, and it'll be a first down 20 now after what would have been a nice game there by Levi Elis.
And there's some weird penalties and weird different yardages in high school.
And as well, Colin Dawson, he could have brought down Ellis a little bit sooner, but he knew not to bring him down. If he tackled one of your first grabbed on him, that would have been a horse collar easy call, and that would have negated anything here. So nice job there by Dasco to wait it out, know the hold was there, and take him down a little bit later. First down and 20, ball at the 32-yard line. Garcia not expecting a snap, takes it, hands off to Ellis, and Ellis will be forced down at the 33-yard line of Elyria Catholic. Should be just getting back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard gain, which will bring up second down and 19. Just sending our best wishes to Damian Webb, who's homesick, like I said in the pregame show, sending our best wishes to him, and Michael Alexic, who's out of town. Definitely a shout out to both of them for their hard work they usually do, and we're hoping to have them back next week. Second down and 19, ball at the 33-yard line of Elyria Catholic after the gain of 1 by Ellis. Cook takes a snap, hands the ball to Ellis on someone on misdirection, cuts up field. Was to be hit pretty much immediately after that as we're taken down at the 34-yard line, gain of 1. Third down and long being 18 yards here coming up for the Elyria Catholic Panther offense.
Logan Burnett credited with that tackle for the Green Wave. Gain of 1 again.
The hard-hitting defensive end, Logan Burnett, on the tackle. 3rd down and 18, ball at the 34-yard line. They're going to mark it. Say he got nothing on that prior play of Elyria Catholic. Ellis on the right side of Cook. Looking to the sideline for their own play call. Trips right formation as of right now. We'll see if that changes. Coach's play calls look like somewhat of a dance almost. 3rd down, 18, ball at the 34-yard line. Everyone stays in place. Looking to throw is Cook. The screen is caught by Ellis. Wondolowski dives and misses the tackle, and he'll finally be forced down at the 42-yard line after a nice tackle by William Dix to bring a 4th down, and I believe that will be 11.
Yeah, Will Dix got him by his ankles, but hey, a tackle's a tackle, so.
Yeah, if he did not get that hit, he probably would have had a lot more yards in front of him there. But actually out there by Will to make sure the play was dead and force a punt here for Elyria Catholic.
And Hezekiah Garcia is in punt formation for the Panthers.
And keep in mind, though, with that being a 4th down and 10, that would have been enough if the holding call was not called. So that was a big penalty there for Elyria Catholic. The snap is a little low, but taken in. Ball is sent away, almost blocked by Wondolowski. The ball is going to bounce at the 40-yard line of Holy Name and bounce forward. And Elyria Catholic just got the fall on it at the 43-yard line where Holy Name takes over with 6:26 left to go in the first half, up 7-3. We'll be back in a minute. We are back as Holy Name will have another possession here. 1st down and 10 at the 42-yard line of their own. Williams takes a snap, going to keep it himself, cutting upfield, has some room, still. It'll finally be forced down. They're going to stay at the 48-yard line of Elyria Catholic, which is enough to move the chains for another Holy Name 1st down.
Colin Keneally made the tackle for the Panthers.
Colin Keneally, the former Holy Name student of the 2nd tackle of the game. Still enough for Holy Name 1st down.
Yeah, it's such a difference between Christian Sanchez carrying the ball more, the bruiser back, and Javon, because Javon just he almost shoots right out of a cannon, and it's really hard to tackle him because he's just so fast, and Christian just complements him so well.
And now Sanchez takes the ball this time, forces his way forward to the 43-yard line, using that bruising style you just described for a gain of 4. So we have 2nd down and 6.
Zach Cole made the tackle for Elyria Catholic.
And like I said about Colin Keneally, him and his brother Jack Keneally went to Holy Name in, I believe, 2019, as Jack Keneally was one of the receivers in that playoff loss, the 45-30 loss to Mansfield in that game. I believe he had 3 catches for 45 yards in that game. They transferred the year after that, and now obviously they're playing in honor of one of their relatives, as you heard in the pregame stuff. So even though it's against Holy Name, definitely got to see him making some plays in this game in honor of his relative. Williams looking to throw, running out to the right side of the field, going to keep it. Cut up field at the 40 and will stumble his way to around the 36, 35-yard line. Mark out the 36 is enough still to move the chains for another Holy Name 1st down.
Yeah, just great rollout pass there, working excellent off the play action, and just when there's no open receivers, he didn't force it this time, was able to get the 1st down with his legs.
Trips left formation of Sanchez to the right side of Williams. The snap is faked as they look to the sideline for the play call. From bottom to top, Cole, Wondolowski, and Matrinix are on the left side of the field, and Pavanka's the lone receiver on the right side as Sanchez shifts to the left side of the field. 1st down 10 ball at the 36-yard line of the Panthers. Williams takes a snap, hands the ball to Sanchez. Has some hits and finally taken down from below at the 33-yard line. Should be a gain of 3. Should bring up 2nd down and 7 after a nice run there by the bruising back Sanchez.
Yeah, it seems that Elyria Catholic is going with an interesting set that we haven't seen from many other defenses. Instead of running multiple down linemen, they're only running 3 with 4 kind of linebackers in the box. Sometimes the 2 of them blitz and 2 of them stay there just in case they run. But so far, it's worked pretty effectively for them outside that big Javon quarterback keeper.
I know some teams will run like funky formation. I believe Bay, the freshman team 23 ran a 3-4. That turned into a 5-3 by the first snap of the game. Those are very weird. We prepped for 3-4, which turned out to be 5-3 as Williams looking to throw. Launches downfield, and it is incomplete. Intended for Wondolowski. Pass coverage there by Colin Dowd.
Intended for Austin Wondolowski is incomplete. Colin Dowd was in coverage for Elyria Catholic.
But yeah, a big part for Holy Name. We prepped for the 4-3, and then when we played Bay Village, we had a 3-4. Had to learn assignment. And for someone like me who was the first time playing football, a little difficult. But like, all right, I know what I'm going to do. First play, I get out there. Keep in mind, I was late. I was at every practice, except one that week. I then had to learn how to adjust from a 3-set to a 5-set on the fly. Very interesting game, especially that was the first game I played right guard that season. I played that for the rest of the season. It's pretty weird adjusting to do it as it appears the Holy Name's offensive line adjusting well to the 3-4 tonight. 3rd down and 7 as Williams running to the left side of the field looking to throw. Gonna keep it, cut up field, and gonna be taken down in the backfield at the 38-yard line. Bring up 4th down and I believe 12.
Javon Williams was the ball carrier. And Tony Grasso made that tackle for Elyria Catholic.
Grasso on the sack there, as it appears Holy Name will be punting on 4th down and 12.
4th down about 12.
I mean, obviously it's the right choice to make. I mean, this would be what I believe maybe a 50-yard kick for Curtis Robinson. He's attempted it earlier this year. He did it earlier this year. Unfortunately, it was a couple yards short, just a little bit out of Robinson's range. A couple yards closer, you maybe attempt the field goal. However, just a little bit out of the range. Snap to wind is good. The kick is off. Looking at it, if it takes a good bounce. It does not. It'll be a touchback where Elyria Catholic will take over at the 20-yard line with 3:30 left to go in the first half, down 7-3. We'll be back in a minute once both teams are lined up. Yes. After a conference of the refs, it appears the ball went out of bounds at the 4-yard line from Wondolowski. So a beautiful punt there by Austin Wondolowski, the senior, to pin Elyria Catholic at the 4-yard line. 96 yards of field ahead of them with 3:30 left to go to get a touchdown before the end of the half. However, they do receive the second half kick, so that is probably in the mind of the coaching staff of Elyria Catholic. First down 10. Garcia hands the ball off to Ellis, who runs to the left side of the field, and he has some room now. The 30, the 40 has Keyshawn Gardner to beat, the 50. The 40, and he is loose. The 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Elyria Catholic. 96-yard rushing touchdown by Levi Elis, which now puts the Panthers back in front, 9-7. Levi Elis using the outside hash of the field, cutting upfield, cutting through a couple of defenders. Just a foot race between him and Keyshawn Gardner, and he was able to outpace him and make it now a 9-7 ball game. Like I said in pregame many times, all 4 rushing touchdowns from Elyria Catholic last time out were using the outside hash. No different this time out.
Thomas Needers to hold. Nick Phillips to attempt the point after.
And now, after the big momentum switch, Phillips is ready to attempt the extra point, which is almost blocked, but it is good. So after a shocking one-play, 96-yard drive after the rushing touchdown by Levi Ellis, it is now 10-7 as we'll be back after Holy Name regroup, trying to have an answer, down 3. Nicholas Phillips, the junior kicker, ready to send the ball away. Elyria Catholic now up 10-7 after the 96-yard rushing touchdown by Levi Elis. As Holy Name, with 3 minutes left to go and not receiving the second half kick, looking for an answer. Squib kick, touched by Dacio, and he'll let the fall on it at around the 29-yard line, where Holy Name will begin their next possession.
Falls on the ball about the 29-yard line for the Green. And that's where they'll take over 1st and 10.
Quick reminder at halftime, stay tuned for the playing of both halftime shows. The first one by Holy Name, our new halftime show, staying more under the pop umbrella, and then going to Elyria Catholic's band to close it out. First down 10 ball at the 29-yard line. Odd formation here with Holy Name. As Sanchez going to take the handoff, running the left side, cuts back inside, gets leveled from beneath and taken down to the 32-yard line after a long gain of 3 to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Tavion Thomas with the tackle for
Here's Elyria Catholic has taken a timeout. 2:48 left to go in the first half. 10-7 in favor of Elyria Catholic is your score. We'll be back in a minute after the timeout. All right, we are back after the Elyria Catholic timeout. 2nd down and 7 ball at the 32-yard line of Holy Name with 2:48 left to go in the first half, with Holy Name down by 3. Williams takes a snap, rolling out to the right side of the field, looking to throw. Launches it, and it is picked off once again by Colin Ginley. And a big momentum killer once again, back-to-back for Holy Name. And J-Mo wants to throw a second pick of the game, and Elyria Catholic will take over a very good field position. That time Williams just tried getting rid of the ball out of bounds. He couldn't. Ginley was able to come down with it inbounds. And once again, Elyria Catholic takes back the ball in good field position with all the momentum in the world. And it's a common theme in tonight's game. We'll take another quick timeout. I'll be back in a minute. We are back after the Colin Ginley interception. First down to ball at the 32-yard line of Holy Name. Ellis on the right side of Cook. Cook takes a snap, looking to throw. Has Ellis in the flats, but he's going to keep it himself. Now looking to throw, launches downfield, and it is off of the hands of, I believe, Tanner.
Panthers throwing the ball.
Correction, Halliburton.
Incomplete. Intended for Mason Halliburton. Gabe Young was in coverage for Holy Name.
I mean, Elyria Catholic there. I mean, Cook had some nice room to run. He decided to try to go for all the glory there, throw it incomplete, and Holy Name can breathe a little bit easier, but still has a lot to do here to make sure that they stay within one possession as they do not receive the second half kick. Ragazzo in motion with Ellis to the left side of now Garcia. Garcia hands the ball to Ellis, but there's a flag pretty quickly.
The flag on the play.
Probably some type of false start or illegal procedure.
And the penalty is an illegal procedure against the Panthers.
As Cam correctly predicted, is legal procedure against the Panthers.
The 5-yard mark.
Now move them back 5 yards.
Second down. Second down and 15.
And as the first half is coming to a close with 2:32 left to go, we're going to have Cam Ria's predictions. That way we don't get accused of cheating.
Oh, okay. Right now?
We are not the Patriots.
No.
Yeah. Second down to 15, ball the 37-yard line. 2:27 and counting left to go in the first half. 10-7 in favor of Elyria Catholic after the 96-yard rushing touchdown by Levi Elis is your score. Whistle is now blown once again. And there's some sort of timeout here. Timeout once again for Elyria Catholic. Their second of the half, one more left.
Excellent time for me to read my predictions.
Exactly.
In the Bay versus Normandy game, I have Bay. In the Westlake versus Lakewood game, I have Westlake. In the Rocky River versus Valley Forge game, I have Valley Forge. In the Fairview versus Parma game, I have Fairview. North Olmsted versus Buckeye, North Olmsted. St. Edward versus Archbishop Hoban, I'm going with St. Ed's. Kenston versus Mayfield, I'm going with Mayfield. Centerville versus Wayne, I'm going with Centerville. Padua versus Brush, I'm going with Padua. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin versus Lake Catholic. I'm gonna go with Lake Catholic here, even though they're the underdogs.
You agree with me? I convinced them.
Medina versus Solon, gotta go with the hometown of Medina. And Strongsville versus Brunswick, I'm going with Brunswick.
As you heard me in the pregame show, I lone wolf Strongsville for once, win my hometown. And now we're back, second down at 15, Grasso in motion. Cook looking to throw, pass is caught by Grasso. And he'll be hit, but not taken down yet. And finally be forced down, I believe, by Logan Burden as the main tackler at the 33-yard line, which will be a gain of, I believe, nothing. They're down at 15 still, ball at the 33-yard line with 2:04 and counting left to go in the first half.
As I heard from the coach's box above us, that was not a timeout for Elyria Catholic. It was some official timeout. I think they were trying to fix the clock issue. So Elyria Catholic does still have 2 timeouts.
Either way, third down and 11. Like I said, it's a gain of 4, ball at the 33-yard line. Ellis to the left side of Garcia. Third down and 11. Garcia looking to throw, launches downfield, and it is caught by Budinger. And he'll be marked out the 21-yard line, and that might be enough. I believe it's a gain of 12, which should be enough to move the change for the Elyria Catholic first down.
Hector Garcia's pass complete to
The motion has been made, just getting enough there, and now the buck 24 and counting. Elyria Catholic might have to go to some of a hurry up by 3, but trying to make a 2-score game as they do get the second half kick, just to make sure their lead is safe. Tavian Thomas down the game to the left side of Garcia, first down and 10. Garcia looking to throw. It's a pressure, launches downfield in the end zone, and it is incomplete. Rayshawn Anderson almost had the interception, but a nice job there to make sure he got the ball away from the intended receiver and make sure that Elyria Catholic is not able to extend their lead even further.
Yeah, he realized the ball was going to be underthrown. He tried to adjust his body. He was already in the air when he realized the ball. So he was already going backwards. Almost a great acrobatic play there, but just able to, good play there, but able to not let the receiver catch the ball, because that would be bad.
If that was an interception by Rayshawn Anderson, you could argue that would be the play of the season so far for Holy Name. That would have been a huge play at a big time. Either way, second down and 10. Grasso in motion. Cook should keep it, cut up field. And he's forcing his way forward, and Hostin Neighbors will take him down at the 21-yard line. 16-yard line, correction.
50 seconds left here, and no timeouts are being taken by either side.
The Catholic, they're content with their lead. Third down and 5. I mean, I believe if they get this, they're going to go for it. If not, they know the kicker can kick. He's already had 1 field goal in this game. They might try to make it 13-7 going into the half.
That's also what I think.
With the 2 timeouts in the pocket, Cook as quarterback with Halliburton in motion. Hand off to Thomas. Thomas is tripped from behind and finally forced down by a couple of named defensive linemen at their corners. We're actually going to say got back to the line of scrimmage. Either way, timeout taken by Elyria Catholic as their kicking unit will most likely come on. Up 10-7 with 19 seconds left to go in the first half.
Very true. Unless they want to go for it. But most likely, their field goal unit will come on.
And as before we go to halftime, if you will move the camera towards the sideline, if you can see there's a couple former Holy Name alum who were on the football team there, such I believe I see Garrett Elias, I see Kale Eiskamp, I believe, trying to see who else I see. See Liam Hustack as well, and there might be Stanley Watts, the former offensive lineman. So definitely glad to have all of them back here watching and cheering on their alma mater. And now Elias and Stanley Watts are running off camera.
That's a long time out.
As a matter of fact, the boys soccer and the girls volleyball parents are both working at concession stands tonight. So thank you, boys soccer and girls volleyball. Thank you, parents.
Speaking of boys soccer, but for Holy Name, Cam, plug your team.
Holy Name boys soccer, they won. We won on Monday. I don't know what the score. I think it was 5-0. It
was 6-0, I believe.
6, yeah.
Who had the hat trick?
It was there, another timeout. Excellent, more time. I think it was I
And
don't
the
know.
green
I think Diego. I think it was Diego.
Toledo. Timeout.
But I think, however,
I think it was Dante.
I think it was Dante.
Yeah.
However, I do know for sure Curtis Robinson, a former soccer teammate of mine when I used to play for NEO Soccer, he had 2 goals there to take on the mighty Bay Village. When I used to play soccer when I was a wee little young kid back in the mid-2010s, I played with a couple of these Bay kids, especially I believe Milo Hignett and Nick Schneiderman. There we go. I knew it was a difficult name to pronounce. I played with both of them. So hopefully they'll play a little bit worse than I remember they played this week, and the Holy Name will win.
I haven't even played the game yet. The game of the second round of the playoffs will be tomorrow at 4 o'clock at Bay Village High School. The win on Monday was Holy Name's first playoff win in over 6 years, which just excellent job by the boys, and congratulations and good luck tomorrow.
And Coach Drew English coming in after Coach Duffy left last year, moving back to Wisconsin. He's done an excellent job revitalizing the program and getting them to a big game against Bay. So definitely best of luck to Cam and all of his teammates.
Also Kurt Wysocki.
Ellis is now in the backfield, takes the direct snap. Gonna throw it as there's a man down open, and it's Grasso, and he's in for an Elyria Catholic touchdown. A very weird formation there by Elyria Catholic, but the direct snap once again kills Holy Name, and Elyria Catholic puts on some more points, 16-7 now, and receiving the second half kick as Elyria Catholic is establishing their dominance over Holy Name.
Kyle Fairbanks to stop, Thomas Dieters to hold, Nick Phillips to kick.
We're waiting the kick here from Phillips, which will make the game 17-7, but Elyria Catholic has to sub in a player real quick. Reaching a top speed of not fast enough for the referees, number 8 is now in the game. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, almost blocked, but it is good by Phillips. The score is now 17-7 in favor of Elyria Catholic as they do receive the second half kick. So Holy Name going into this, I believe they're going to get the ball, take a knee, and go to the half. They're going to need something big out of the locker room, especially a big stop on defense and a couple of nice offensive drives. They had the momentum early, up 7-0 pretty quickly after that passing touchdown to Austin Wendelowski. They got to get some of that momentum back that they all shot to win tonight's game.
Teed up for Elyria Catholic.
Nick Phillips ready to send the ball away. Holy Name will most likely take a knee and go to the half. I'll be able to go up to the press box, announce the band, and warm up as we are right outside the press box at Dan Reaser Stadium. So hopefully really the warm up in the 20-minute break that we have. Squib kick taken in by Gardner. He's going to fall at the 31-yard line. And Holy Name's offense will have to come on the field probably for one play. And after that play, that will end the first half.
Keyshawn Garner on the return. Malachi Johnson was in coverage for the Panthers.
First down and 10, ball at the 20 or the 30-yard line of Holy Name. Triple left formation for what will most likely be a quick run here for Holy Name. Handoffs to Sanchez. Has some room actually. He stumbled down to the 43-yard line, and that will take us to halftime. Score 17-7 going into the half.
Tripped up by Colin Dowd for Elyria Catholic. First down.
Or wait. They are going to go to the locker room. 17-7 in favor of Elyria Catholic is your halftime score. Elyria Catholic takes the kick. We'll be back at 25 minutes for the second half of this game with Holy Name down by 10, looking for something big in the next half.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Under the direction of Mr. James Literal, drill team instructor Ms. Kimberlyn Paschke, band president Emily Bonsignor, vice president and co-captain of the drum line Zoe Dorsey, drum captain Alex Lima, and drill team captain Riley McDonald. Please welcome your 2022-2023 Holy Name High School Marching Band! To begin our excellent new show this evening, we go back to December of 2011 for this hit single from the album Picture Show. Making it to number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100, it marked this band's highest charting single to date, as well as their first ever top 10 hit. This is Everybody Talks by Neon Trees. Our second song this evening stays under the umbrella of pop. Released in August of 2014 on the album 1989, this album will mark the transition from country to pop for this artist. Featuring our outstanding drill team with a dance by Sam Simcoe and Mary Gonzalez, here is Shake It Up by Taylor Swift. To conclude our show this evening, once again we go back to the year 2010. This song peaked at number 19 on the UK singles chart, 35th on the New Zealand singles chart, and 50th on the Billboard Hot 100 list. This song is a mainstay in his live shows and included at his performances during the 54th Annual Grammy Awards and Super Bowl 48 between the Denver Broncos and my Seattle Seahawks. Here's Runaway Baby by Bruno Mars. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Holy Name High School and the Holy Name Marching Band and Drill Team, we hope you enjoy our show and we thank you for your support. And go Neighbors!
Have been happening at Elyria Catholic. Have you seen the floating heads in the bleachers? But this pales in comparison to all that happens in Hawkins, Indiana. In the 1980s, another world filled with monsters invaded. It took a group of teenagers to fight the forces at work, but not without a price. We dedicate our first number to Eddie Munston, whose bravery and killer guitar skills helped kill the monsters at bay. Here is Master of Puppets. Our next number may have hit the charts in 1985, but it's because of its appearance on Stranger Things that this song first hit #1 in 8 countries and in 2022. Featuring our color guard solos by Jocelyn Simo and Nora Taylor, here is Running Up That Hill.
All right, we are back real quick with a minute 52 and counting left to go before the second half will begin. We do have 7 score updates sent in by Damien from home. We appreciate that. The first one, Bay is up 28-7 at the half over Normandy. Westlake is up 37-7 over Lakewood with 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. At halftime, Valley Forge is up 14-7 over Rocky River. St. Ed's is up 28-13 at the half over Archbishop Hoban. Centerville is up over Wayne 10-7 at halftime. Padua having no mercy on Brush, 49-0 at the half. And finally, Medina is up 35-7 with under a minute left in the second quarter against Solon.
Winning ticket number, green ticket, 204.
All right, we are back for the second half kick. Holy Name down 17-7, and they kick the ball away. Chase Jostity, the lefty, ready to send the ball away to Elyria Catholic. And just before the second half starts, I do want to clear it up. I was given incorrect information. Only Jack Keneally, not Colin Keneally, went to Holy Name. He had about a year off, that was my bad. But still, both of them have Holy Name ties. As Tanner takes the kick back to the 31-yard line, where Elyria Catholic will begin their second half. And also another thing to point out for this game, going into this game, Levi Elis needed 270 rushing yards to beat the all-time school record for rushing yards at Elyria Catholic. He now only needs 140 yards, and he definitely can do it, but we're hoping that he will not get it. And the field goal that Elyria Catholic had in the first half, that was their first successful one of the year. Just 2 things to note that I heard in the box at halftime. First down at Balti, 31-yard line, trips right formation here with Cook the quarterback, and to the right of him, Ellis. Little misdirection, Halliburton. And Halliburton running upfield will be taken down at the 50-yard line, which is enough to move the chains for a first down for Elyria Catholic. 18-yard gain off the pitch to Halliburton. Elyria Catholic running the ball pretty well to start the second half. They're going a little hurry up tempo as usual, as they're trying to get the ball in the end zone pretty quickly to dominate their lead. As now Hector Garcia takes in quarterback, hands the ball off to Ellis, and Ellis stumbles his way forward to the 6-yard line, first gain of 6 to the 46 to bring up second down and 4.
Give Levi 6 on that carry, 2nd and 4.
Ellis takes the handoff. He has some room now going to the outside of the field, and he has some room upfield. There's a flag on the play, so probably coming back to 10. The 5, if it stands, it's an Elyria Catholic touchdown on Levi Ellis, but I believe it's going to be a holding call against Elyria Catholic. Illinois will start a little bit early, and they're monitoring for holding, and I believe it'll be against Elyria Catholic.
Preliminary call is ruling against Elyria Catholic.
We kind of saw it on the screen around the 30-yard line, a little bit of a weird kind of block that did not look legal, and it was not opposed to being in the end zone. Elyria Catholic pushed back 10 yards. And now Colin Dasco is down on the field with a non-contact injury, it appears. So we'll be back in a minute after that is cleared up. After all has been resolved with the injury and the penalty, Elyria Catholic will have the ball at the 39-yard line. It'll still be first down after the nice run by Ellis. Garcia, not Garcia, the quarterback. Correction, I believe. No, that is Garcia, the quarterback. Hands the ball off to Tavion Thomas. And Tavion Thomas is going to stumble his way forward to the 33-yard line, which will be a gain of 6 for a second down and 4.
Austin Wondolowski made that tackle.
And if there's something to monitor on the bottom of your screen, you really can't see him now. Javon Williams is in the game as at cornerback. Grasso in motion, second down and 4. Garcia takes a snap, hands the ball to Tavion Thomas. As his jersey still being tugged on, and he's taken down at the 36-yard line. Be a loss of 3 on the play during a third down and 7. William Diggs, the first guy to get to him, tug the jersey and make sure that I believe Christian Sanchez will be able to finish off the play.
Yeah, Will Dix was able to shoot right through the gap there and just get to the ball carrier in the backfield and not letting him go and able to let him get any more yards.
Here it is, a big third down and 7 ball, the 36-yard line of Holy Name. Merrill in motion. Looking to throw is Garcia. The pass is incomplete. That was intended for Brady Cook, the quarterback. The other one. We're at fourth down and 7.
Garcia's pass was intended for Brady Cook. It was incomplete.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it. They're kind of in no man's land here. But
and they are setting on some different personnel, so I believe this might be a punt.
That'll bring up fourth down and 7.
However, it's going to be a big personnel change. Fourth down and 7. Look for a direct snap, similar to how the Grasso touchdown was scored near the end of the first half. Garcia trying to get Holy Name to jump offside to no avail. Looking to the sideline. Doubles left formation with Ellis to the left side of Garcia. Garcia fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Has some pressure, launches downfield. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of a wide open receiver. That I believe.
Hector Garcia's pass.
I believe that is to. I'm trying to see who it was. They're gonna say it's not Thomas Eaters. Either way, the man he beat his man downfield, wide open, overthrown, and now Holy Name gets the ball back after having a big break there.
And the Holy Name defense.
Yeah, good stop there by the Holy Name defense. Let's hope we can get some momentum back, as we have a little bit of momentum going for us. But let's hope we can totally turn the tide, and a touchdown here would really help us do that.
If the defense had one job and one job only, keep Elyria Catholic off of the scoreboard. They have done so after a penalty, calling back a big run from Levi Elis, which would have made this game 23-7. Instead, 17-7 at the 36-yard line of Holy Name. They're ready to go and hopefully do something with its first offensive possession of the second half. Sanchez on the left side of Williams. Cole is the man in motion, first down and 10. Williams going to keep himself running toward the left side of the field, runs up the middle more, and now will stumble his way forward to the 44-yard line. Gain of 8, second down and 2 here for Holy Name after the nice run by Williams. Originally looking to the left side, but then using more of the middle inside hash to make sure he is able to get as most yards possible.
Yeah, what I'm noticing tonight is when you have Christian Sanchez lead blocking for you, it's a lot easier to run.
Yep, second down and 2 after the gain of 8. Sanchez to the left side of Williams. Williams takes a snap. Hands the ball to Sanchez. He runs up the gut. And Sanchez fumbles forward in midfield. Gain of 6 on the field. Plenty enough to move the chains for another Holy Name first down. As Holy Name, 2 big runs here to start this drive. And we're going to see how this momentum will carry us through the rest of this drive.
Yeah, it just looks like on every run they're running a lot of, they've changed up the personnel. They have, well, actually, they still have a lot of linebackers, but they're actually going to run 3 down linemen here.
Williams keeps the snap himself, running the right outside the field, has some room now. Now he's at the 40, and will run out of bounds at the 34-yard line on the one side, judge says. We'll see where they mark it.
Made the tackle on the far sideline.
They're going to move it back, I believe, 2 yards to the 36. Either way, a very good run there by Williams to move the chains once again after the 14-yard run. Once again, enough to move the chains again for a Holy Name first down.
Looks like they're going to try and go hurry up here.
Hurry up, they actually do this time. Sanchez bobbles it but keeps it. And he's able to get to the 35-yard line, which will be a gain of about 1. We're going to have 2nd down and 9.
As I was saying 2 plays earlier, Christian Sanchez has been able to almost barely get to that 2nd level. If he can just break maybe 1 or 2 tackles, that would just allow him to just keep going and maybe break up a big run here.
And this appears to be a timeout for an injured Elyria Catholic Panther. We'll be back in a minute once the injury is resolved. We are back after the injured Panthers able to get off the field. 2nd down and 9 after the gain of 1 on the Sanchez run. Williams takes a snap, fakes the handoff, gonna keep it himself, running up. He stumbles forward and gets to the 25-yard line. Gain of 10 on the play, enough to move the chains for another Holy Name first down as we're nearing the red zone.
Not before Williams got enough for a first down. First down, Holy Name on the drive.
Holy Name going up tempo. Sanchez to the left side of Williams. Trips left formation with Gardner being kind of the wing. Now they look at the sideline for the play call. Play call given. Elyria Catholic makes some adjustments, sending Thomas Neers back more to the secondary. Williams takes a snap, looking to throw. Screen pass to Cole. Is caught, but at a cost of a couple yards. How are they going to say it's incomplete?
Pass intended for Andrew Cole is incomplete. Brady Engel in coverage for the Panthers.
Good job there by Cole to not catch it there. That would have been a loss of a couple yards there. It looked like he almost caught it. It was a very close one.
I thought he caught it.
It looked like he caught it.
It's okay.
Yeah, it looked like he caught it from this angle. Still, 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass to Cole on the screen. Sanchez on the right side of Williams with Pavanka, the lone man on the bottom of your screen on the left. Williams takes the handoff, can keep himself out of tripping. Running to the right side. And he runs out of bounds at the 26 for a loss of 1. We're at 3rd down and 11.
He was run out of bounds on the far sideline by Colin Ginley.
I mean, it kind of looked like the way Pavanka was lined up, he could have taken a one-on-one shot to Pavanka, which we've seen that against Padua going up for that ball. He's able to get it. He's been able to do that even if it's out of bounds against Normandy. He did that in the Thursday night in the back right corner of the south end zone at Byers Field. So he's done it once, he can do it again. As he's once again lined up at the bottom of your screen along with Cole in a doubles left formation, 3rd down and 10. Looking to the sideline for the play call. Wondolowski and Matrunix on the right side of the field as receivers. Wondolowski more of a wing and Matrunix as a pure receiver. Sanchez moves to the right side of Williams, and now is 3rd down and 10. Williams looking to throw, has Cole in his flats, launches it downfield for Pavanka, and it is. And it is, we're waiting at the call. Pavanka says he has the touchdown, and they're saying it's intercepted when it's caught. They're saying it's simultaneous. You can hear Coach Scheiben yelling for the touchdown, as it clearly would be. If it is simultaneous, that is a touchdown. Everyone's confused on the call. But Pavanka, regardless of the call, he did go up and get that ball, and it should be a 17-13 game. And they're calling it a Holy Name touchdown. Kevin Pavanka with a huge catch, and it is now 17-13. Holy Name down by 4.
The officials have reconvened.
What a call there by the refs to get it right. Going at the same time, like I said in the play before, Kevin Pavanka, he's done it before, going out for the touchdown, and he's able to do it once again. 17-13. Elyria Catholic only up by 4 now.
Tony Romo, nice to meet you.
The lineup looked perfect on both of those plays. Pavanka, you could not leave him one-on-one. He's able to get up for the ball, and that time, a big touchdown, giving Holy Name a lot of momentum after a beautiful throw by Javon Williams.
Yeah, and the rule is if you do catch it simultaneously, it goes to the receiver.
Yep.
Like in baseball, if it's a tie, then the tie goes to the base runner.
Yeah, a sophomore quarterback and defensive back, Brady Engel there on the coverage. There's nothing you can do about it. Both got it at the same time. Pavanka, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and he's able to make one there. 17-13, pending the extra point from the lefty, Curtis Robinson. The snap to Wino is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. Here it is. New one for Holy Name. 17-14 in favor of Elyria Catholic is your score. 7:37 left to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in a minute after both teams set up on special teams. We are back after the Kevin Pavanka touchdown reception and Curtis Robinson extra point. 17-14 in favor of Elyria Catholic is your score. 7:37 left to go in the third quarter. Chase Jostiny, the lefty, sophomore kicker, ready to send the ball away. Ball is away, going to be bouncing at the 20-yard line. Muffed, and Holy Name might have it, and Holy Name has it!
No, ball's on the ground.
It was muffed by Pavanka, and Holy Name has it!
No, they have
Take it in at the 28-yard line. What a play there by Holy Name to get to the ball quickly. Kevin Pavanka tipped it, and Holy Name able to fall on it. What a huge play, and Holy Name has all the momentum in the world right now.
I know most people don't want to, but I want to give some of that credit to Chase Jostiny. He kicked it just short of the return man, bounced right off his hands, and like Smee said, excellent job to get down there and get on the ball.
And what would have almost been a 17-7 game with Elyria Catholic having the ball at their own 20 turns into a 17-14 game with Holy Name having the ball at the 29-yard line of Elyria Catholic with all the momentum in the world.
Let's just say that was a big momentum shift right there.
Trips left formation, first down and 10 at the 29-yard line of the Panthers. Sanchez to the right side of Williams. Williams takes a snap, takes a handoff, going to keep himself running to the outside edge. Cuts upfield and will be taken down at the 24-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play, around second down and 5.
Brought down by Colin Dowd for the Panthers.
A great series of events here for Holy Name, coming out of the half with that defensive stop, and then with the touchdown by Kevin Pavanka, and then just right there, the turnover by the Holy Name special teams.
Williams takes a snap, running to the left side of the field, has some room if he can get to the outside edge. He gets to the outside edge, cuts up inside, has some more room, and now is taken down at the 13-yard line of Elyria Catholic. A gain of 12 in the play, enough for another Holy Name first down.
Tackled by Tony Grasso, down to 13.
Another big run there by Williams. Gets Holy Name into the red zone once again, looking to strike again. Holy Name lining up. They appear in a trip formation here with Kuchera, Wondolowski, and Matrunix on the right side, and Pavanka once again line up by himself on the left side. Sanchez is to the right side of Williams, first down and 10 at the 13-yard line. Williams takes a snap, fakes a handoff, keeps it himself, cuts in the middle, has some room, cuts upfield, forcing way forward and will be taken down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. Enough once again to move the chains for a first down and goal for Holy Name at the 2-yard line of the Panthers.
Not what Javon is known for, just going over people, but he did a little bit of that there as he's on the 2-yard line. So,
yeah, this has been a crazy about minute and a half of football. And Holy Name, this is the chance where you give it to Christian Sanchez. Hand the ball to him, let him get in the end zone, and take the lead. Wondolowski to the right of Williams, to the left side of Sanchez. Wando gets the handoff instead, and he is in for a Holy Name touchdown. Austin Wondolowski, the big run there for 2 yards, and now Holy Name has taken a 20-17 lead over Elyria Catholic. When they seem to be down by 10 and not having possession, the game has tied back to Holy Name, and the ball does not lie. Holy Name up 3 with 6:27 left to go in the third quarter.
Any team can win every game, no matter what the score is, no matter what point in the game it is. Speak, for example, the Ravens. I don't like the Ravens.
Austin Wondolowski, his second touchdown of the game, first on the ground after having one in the air earlier in this game. And now Curtis Robinson on again to attempt to make this a 21-17 ball game. The snap to Wondolowski. Once it happens, is low but good. Kick is up and good. 21-17 is now your score after 14 unanswered points from Holy Name come after what potentially almost was called an interception in the end zone by Brady Engel, was ruled a touchdown in favor of Kevin Bavanka, and now Holy Name is up for it. We'll be back in a minute after both teams get ready for special teams.
Yes.
Chase Jostity attempting to set up the ball, to kick the ball away once again. 21-17 in favor of Holy Name after the Austin Wondolowski TR rushing touchdown is your score. Jostity, we're waiting on you. Lines up, moving to the other side of the field now, a little bit. And now he begins his run up. The ball is sent away once again on a line drive to the Sandler side. Taken in at the 35-yard line. That is Colin Ginley, and he's cutting back upfield, now going upfield and taken down from behind at the 48-yard line of Elyria Catholic to bring Elyria Catholic offense back onto the field. Need an answer after giving up 14 points unanswered. This will be a big drive of the game to see who gets momentum, as Holy Name is all of it in the world right now. Yep. As Holy Name switches out most of their line, we're stacking the box. Levi takes the direct snap, and he's taken down pretty quickly at the 50-yard, 49. They're going to move him back to gain of 1, second down and 9 upcoming here for Holy Name.
And if you're wondering why we switched our whole line, that's probably why, because Levi was in line to get the direct snap.
So good job there by Holy Name defense to analyze the situation, see what was happening, and send in and stack the box to make sure we prevented Levi from getting a big play.
Very true. And it looks like it might be more of the same.
Levi re-enters the huddle. There is no quarterback in on the play. Levi Elis with Tavian Thomas on the right and someone else to the left of him takes another direct snap. The box is stacked, and he's hit, and he'll be forced down once again at the line of scrimmage, or maybe gaining 1 at midfield now to bring up 3rd down and 7 for Elyria Catholic.
William Dix, what a bunch of namers.
William Dix, the first one of many namers to get to Ellis on that one. 3rd down and 7 now.
Still no quarterback in the game.
Same formation here for Elyria Catholic. 3rd down and 7 ball at midfield with 5:13 counting left to go in the 3rd quarter. And there's a namer to jump offside. Player jumping off is Zach Sikluski. and they'll make it 3rd down and 2.
Against Holy Name.
I think they're still going to run the same play.
Levi going to the sideline, getting a play call from the coach.
It will remain 3rd down, but now it's 3rd and about 2.
3rd down 2, I mean, looking like it's going to Levi Elis. Brian Fox, the head varsity coach at Elyria Catholic, has said in interviews, Levi is the offense. He's made that blatantly clear. He's not afraid to tell you that he's going to run the ball with Levi a lot of times every game, and it appears that this is going to be a setup once again. 3rd down and 2. Levi takes the next snap, and he's hit in the backfield by the big man, Christian Sanchez. The 230-pound running back and defensive lineman gets in the backfield and sends Levi Elis back to the 49-yard line for a loss of 4, bringing up 4th down and 6.
Yeah, he read that play perfectly, got right in the backfield, and was able to make a really solid tackle of just being able to get him down the backfield. Looks like they might maybe bring on their punting. I don't really know. I think their offense is still coming out.
Yeah, Brady Cook is now re-entering the playing field. So this will be the first play this series. I believe they do have a quarterback on the field. 4th down and 6 ball at the 49-yard line of Holy Name. Cook now in the game. Quarterback to the left side of him is Ellis. Burton moves more, and now Cook looking to throw, launches downfield, and it is off the hands of Burton. And Holy Name comes with another big stop, and we'll get the ball at their own 49-yard line.
Just a great all-around job here by the Holy Name, starting out here in the second half. Multiple defensive stops, multiple touchdowns, and they have the ball back again with pretty good field position at midfield, pretty much midfield. I'm looking to score here again, which will be a huge momentum. Huge. Almost all the momentum will go into Holy Name's favor, even though most of it already has.
Yeah, this is a big time for Holy Name. Like I said, down 10, a big time. Kevin Balaka got out for that touchdown. A big muffed kick recovery there by Holy Name. 2-yard rushing touchdown by Austin Wojnarowski. Now hoping to make it a 3rd straight drive with a touchdown. Javon Williams leads the offense onto the field. 1st down at their own 49. Williams takes a snap, keeps it himself after faking the handoff, running to the left side of the field, has a lot of pressure and falls down at the 45-yard line. Loss of 4, bringing up 2nd down and 14.
Smart play there to give himself up. He didn't want to get hit. There were a lot of Elyria Catholic defenders that were running towards him at full speed, so smart play to go down there, even though it was lost of 4 yards.
Yeah, you don't want to take an unnecessary hit if you're Williams, especially if they're running style. Want to make sure you stay healthy and not, get an unnecessary injury or hit. 2nd down and 14. Ball now at the 45-yard line of Holy Name. Williams waiting for the snap, gets it, hands the ball off to Garner. Garner running and will be forced back at the 49-yard line. Going to mark him, gain of 4 to bring up 3rd down and 10 for Holy Name.
Garner got back to the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
3rd down and 10 now for Holy Name as Sanchez checks back into the game for Garner. Cole motioning now to the other side of the field to be in the Intruders on the right side, and the left side of the field will be Pavanka and Wojnarowski. Sanchez on the right side of Williams, meaning this is doubles right formation. 3rd down and 10, ball at their own 49.
It's a crucial 3rd down here.
2:42 and counting left to go in the 3rd quarter. 21-17 is your score. Williams looking to throw, launches downfield, and it is caught by Wojnarowski. Momentum miss. He hurls him, has him rim the 20. They're taking down at around. They're going to mark him down at the 13-yard line for another big Holy Name 1st down.
Tackle was made there by Levi Elis.
38-yard gain there by Holy Name on the pass to Wojnarowski. And now once again in the red zone is Holy Name, having the ball at the 13-yard line of Elyria Catholic.
Just like I said, crucial 3rd down there, and now the Holy Name offense is fired up. Great balance there to stay inbounds by Austin Wojnarowski on that play.
Yeah, Austin Wojnarowski had a touchdown earlier in the game, receiving, had 1 rushing. He's had a big impact on this game, and you're seeing why Holy Name has so much faith in that young man. He's able to make anything happen when he has the ball in his hands. 1st down 10, Williams keeps it himself, cuts in the middle, and is going to trip at around the 8-yard line.
Gain of 5 on the play.
There's a gain of 5, 2nd down and 5 upcoming as Elyria Catholic seems to be upset about something.
Yeah, they're definitely yelling at something. I don't know why.
No call there for any sort of penalty. 2nd down and 5 upcoming for Holy Name.
Second down and 5.
Cole motioning to the right side of the field with Matrinix. Pavanka on his own island on the left side of the field. Williams can keep the snap himself once again, comes upfield. Gets hit, stretches forward to the 4-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, a third down and 1 for Holy Name.
Colin Keneally made that tackle.
Colin Keneally, who did not go to Holy Name, my mistake, made the tackle. Third down and 1 now for Holy Name.
They're going to bring in Nick Kuchera here, so from what I suspect, it's going to be more of a power back situation. They're just going to hand the ball off and try and get that 1 yard and maybe even the end zone here.
Interesting who gets it as Sanchez to the left side of Williams in the backfield, and the right side is Wondolowski. Motioning the play to the right side strength is Cole and Cooch. Third down and 1, Sanchez gets the handoff, powering forward and take it down. That should be enough for a Holy Name first down. They're marking him down at the 3-yard line, waiting for the rest official signal.
Levi Elis led a host
If
of
not, they're
Panthers
probably
on that
definitely going to go
tackle.
for it here. We're still waiting a
They're
call.
waiting, and they're going to switch it to 4th down, it appears. They're going to, or that might ask for a line measurement.
They would call it timeout and ask for line measurement.
Timeout from
And there it is. They're going to measure. We'll be back in a minute after they measure this. The measurement is complete, and it appears Holy Name did get enough for a first down.
So first down.
It's now first down and goal at the 2-yard line here for Holy Name.
Probably going to expect more of the same here, as it's going to be the same personnel coming out here from Holy Name in the pretty much almost exact same formation, actually, as they're just going to look to punch this one in.
There's a first down and goal. They're going to say at the 3-yard line, same formation. We're interested to see if they motion over. They do not. Handoff for Wondolowski once again. And Austin Wondolowski is in for his 3rd touchdown of the game for Holy Name.
No,
It looked like he was.
it definitely looks like he was, but they're going to spot him on like the 3-inch yard line.
Questionable spot there by the rest, but still 1 step closer to the end zone. Just fall forward near the end zone.
10 seconds left now here in this quarter. I wonder if they're still going to run this play.
Williams takes a snap, hands the ball to Wondolowski, and there it is. He's in for his 3rd touchdown of the game, and Holy Name now is up 27-17 over the Elyria Catholic Panthers.
He said, heck, I ran it on the ground last time. Why not get some air this time? Jumped right over and made sure this time he was in the end zone.
That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. 1 in the air for 30 yards and 2 on the ground. That one for 1 yard, the other one for 2 yards. And now Holy Name, 27-17 lead over the Elyria Catholic Panthers.
There is still 1 second left here in this 3rd quarter.
Austin Wondolowski to hold.
This Holy Name offense, they've come out of the locker room. Something must have been said by Coach Wondolowski to get these guys fired up. That is now the 20th point they have scored in this half. Robinson, the lefty senior, attempting the extra point. Wondolowski takes a snap. Hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. 21 on it. 21 unanswered for Holy Name, and now the score is 28-17. We'll be back in 1 moment once both teams are ready for special teams. Jostiny ready to send the ball away as Holy Name is giving some why so quiet chance to Elyria Catholic, up by 11 with 1 second left to go in the 3rd quarter. Kick away, take it in around the 25-yard line. And Tanner has some room and trips on his own feet, it appears. Gonna fall down and they're going to mark him. Should be at the 43-yard line. And with that takes us to the end of the third quarter. 3 quarters played here at Dan Reaser Stadium. 28-17 in favor of Holy Name is your score. We'll be back in 1 minute to bring you the fourth quarter. We are back. Elyria Catholic has the ball at their own 45, 12 minutes left to go in the game. 28-17 in favor of Holy Name is your score. Great kick, looking to throw. Has Levi in the flats. Now going to run it himself. Launches it downfield and is caught.
He was not in bounds.
And they're going to say it's incomplete, intended for Halliburton. He caught the ball, but it's out of bounds. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
I think he had 1 foot out of bounds, but 1 foot in bounds. You can't do that. You only need 1 foot in bounds, but you can't have the other foot out of bounds. You can have it out, it can't be touching that bounce.
And the rules of that are kind of weird. With high school and college, you only need 1 foot, but then once you get to the NFL, yeah, no, add a second one in there just to make sure. Just to be sure.
You need all 10 of your toes.
Unless you don't have 10 toes.
Okay.
2nd down and 10, ball at the 45-yard line. Levi takes a direct snap, and he'll be taken down in the backfield. The big man himself, Logan Burden, the hard-hitting defensive end, takes him down in the backfield, not fooled by the trickery of Elyria Catholic.
I was just going to say that. He wasn't fooled by that pitch at all. He said, get out of here, and you're going to get sacked. Or actually, it wasn't a sack. It was a negative rush yards.
Still, a loss of 6 on the play, and I made a joke many times. I know exactly how it feels to get hit by Logan Burden. Not a fun feeling. 3rd down and 16, ball at the 39-yard line. Cook looking to throw as it looked like one of the receivers left early. And Cook will be forced out of bounds after a little bit of pressure there by Will Dix.
He was run out of bounds by William Dix on the far side.
Needhurst left a little early there, but they're not going to call it. Either way, it should bring up 4th down and long here for Elyria Catholic.
Definitely showed a little bit of frustration on that play. After he ran out of bounds, he spiked the ball on the ground, showing that he is very angry with how this game has turned out. But, you know, I'm pretty happy myself.
Cook had plenty of room up that sideline if he kept going. But Will Dix, a nice job there, kind of getting his head and kind of forced him out of bounds. And now, Elyria Catholic setting the ball away with 11:15 left to go in this game. Holy Name, all the momentum, up by 11.
That's how math works.
He snaps a little high, but good. Take it in, the punt is away, almost blocked once again. That time almost blocked by Stephen Bowling. It's going to bounce, and it says still roll, and should die around the 26-yard line, where Holy Name will take possession once again. 11:01 left to go in tonight's contest. 28-17 in favor of Holy Name is your score. We'll be back in a minute once both teams are ready to go. Holy Name on the field once again, up by 11, looking to put the nail in the coffin, hopefully by getting another touchdown here. 1st down 10, ball at their own 26. Williams takes a snap, takes the handoff to Keat himself, running to the right side, now going to the left side, cuts up field and taken down at the 27. Fumbling forward for a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9.
Braden Rollins wrapped him up for the Panthers.
After the gain of 1, 2nd down and 9 upcoming as Holy Name looks to the sideline for the play call. Still away the play call. everyone going to their positions. It seems to be a trips formation with Keisha Ungarter being more of a wing right off the tackle bowling, with Cole and Matronics on the left side, and Pavanka once again by himself on the right side. Williams looking to throw, has Pavanka downfield. He's going to launch it. A little bit shy. Can he get to it? And it is incomplete. You can argue for pass interference, not given. Either way, it's 3rd down and 9. Pavanka helped up there by Matronics. Will shaking up on the play. He appears to be clutching at his right side. Either way, after the incomplete pass, bring up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, it definitely looked like maybe some contact there. Maybe it was incidental though, and it was not called.
Coach Jabber, one of the receiver coaches, is pulling Pavanka to bring up 3rd down and 9 at the 27-yard line of Holy Name. It appears that number 23, Dominic Costanzo, will take over for him for this one. Trips left formation with Sanchez to the right side of Williams, 3rd down. Williams takes a high snap, looking to throw. Step up, gonna get hit, and there's a flag on the play, taken down at the 27-yard line, but we wait the flag.
Maybe a holding.
Rollins made the tackle. There's a flag on the play.
From what I heard on our side, it appears like Holy Name coaches wanted to call against Elyria Catholic.
Face mask on defense.
The 5-yard face mask penalty against Elyria Catholic.
A big penalty there.
Or is it still 3rd? I think it's still 3rd.
It might be an automatic first. They're gonna say it's 3rd down now and 4. Holy Name once again getting bailed out by a penalty. But now a little bit closer shot here, hoping to get a 1st down and continue to run that clock. With 9:52 and counting left to go in the game, up by 11 over the Elyria Catholic Panthers. Doubles left formation, 3rd down and 4. Williams gonna keep it himself once again, running to the left side. If he gets to the outside edge, he has the 1st down. There's a flag on the play, probably holding. Williams runs out of bounds at the 31-yard line. We'll wait to see the flag.
Probably, like Smee said, probably holding. They might decline it. I don't know if they would decline it. Because he didn't get the 1st down.
No, he pointed the wrong way.
Ball is being spotted at the 31-yard line, and now the refs will convene.
Holding on the offense, yes.
Holding on the offense. And it's declines to bring a 4th down here for Holy Name. And to the surprise of few, Holy Name's punting unit comes on the field. 9:34 left to go. 28-17 lead, up 11. Got to send the ball away to number 11, Colin Dowd. And now the defense, they come up clutch a couple times, call up clutch one more time, at least. And that should hopefully be enough to seal it.
Never know.
They're kind of attempting to jump the count to no avail. The snap's a little high, but taken in by Wondolowski. Sent away. Has a decent amount of leg to it. And they're going to mark it out at the, kind of stopped around the 42, 43-yard line, depending where they give it. Either way.
At the 50.
Now they're going to set at the 50-yard line, even though the ref decided to run back to the 43 and do a little bit of lap there.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Ball in midfield, exactly more 51 yards. If you had to give it more away, it's still on Elyria Catholic territory, but still right around midfield where they'll take over. 9:26 left to go in the game. Needing something big here from their offense, especially from their main man, Levi Elis, to give them some hope in this game. 1st down attempt, ball at midfield. Garcia takes a snap, hands the ball off to Ellis. Ellis to give him some momentum there. Forcing his way forward to the 35-yard line. 15-yard gain, enough for Elyria Catholic 1st down, and I assume they'll go up-tempo as they have limited time left in the game.
Going to.
Garcia takes a snap, hands the ball to Ellis once again. Does the same thing, going to get hit, and he's going to do a little bit of somersault forward to the 29-yard line. And Holy Name to do a couple substitutions as Elyria Catholic trying to go up-tempo. We're going just able to get off the field in time. 2nd down and 4. Weird formation here. Garcia takes a snap, hands the ball off to Ellis, cutting the right side of the field. He's met pretty much at the same time, and taken down around the 26-yard line, gain of 3 to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Austin Wondolowski made that tackle.
Now 3rd down and pretty much inches here for Elyria Catholic. I assume the ball will go to Levi once again.
It's going to be a run.
But after a little bit of stop, they kind of got to step up tempo a little bit, give Levi a breather, and they did. Third down and 1 at the 26-yard line of Holy Name. Garcia and the offense of Elyria Catholic looks to the sideline for the play call from their coach. Garcia takes a snap, hands the ball off to Ellis, who has a first down and then some. Forced down at the 18-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play, enough for another Elyria Catholic first down and puts him in the red zone.
Gain of 8 on the play, enough for a Panther. First down.
Garcia takes a snap, looking to throw, has some time, launches downfield, and it is incomplete, but that's blatant pass interference on Sean Edgerson. I mean, he didn't really turn around. He was kind of grabbed at the receiver, and Thomas Dieters couldn't get his body around, obviously drawing the pass interference, and they're bringing them pretty close to the goal line.
And there's flags on the field.
Pretty much guaranteed a run here. I don't know whether they're
going to spot the ball at the 9-yard line. They're going to say that the extracurricular activity was in the end zone, thus they get half distance to the goal.
The mark-off is half the distance.
First down and 10, ball at the 9-yard line here for Elyria Catholic with 7:59 left to go in tonight's contest. It's first down and 1. Ball at the 9-yard line of Holy Name.
Half the distance makes it still first down, but it's first and 1.
Garcia takes a snap, hands the ball off to Ellis, who has some room, and he's in relatively untouched for another Elyria Catholic touchdown. That's the second rushing touchdown of the game, and now Elyria Catholic is only down by 5, 28-23, and now they're going to probably send on their 2-point conversion unit here, trying to make it a field goal game.
Yeah, there's no point in going for a field goal here.
It's going to be a big stop here for Holy Name if they get it, if they go for 2.
They're gonna go for 2. There's no point in going for 1 because then they'll still be down by 8.
Colin Dasco once again shaking up on that play, not aiming for this defensive stop. 2-point try here for Elyria Catholic, down by 5. Garcia trying to get someone to jump off sides, and I believe that they got hard net to bite. That's Kozlowski, my correction. I believe it's the second offsides penalty of the game, and that moves Elyria Catholic just that much closer to the goal line.
Half the distance, and we will retry.
Another Holy Name alum in attendance from what I've seen on the sidelines. The Miami man, as we call him himself, the D1 pitcher, Connor Preisel in attendance, our left guard last year. Saw him walking around. He seems to be hiding from us as of right now. We're glad to have him back as Levi Elis takes direct snap in for the 2-point conversion. 25-28 in favor of Holy Name is your score now.
7 minutes, 55 seconds remain.
Now 7:55 left to go in the game. The score, 28-25 in favor of Holy Name is your score. We'll be back in a minute after both teams are ready to set up. As you can see on your screen right now, Connor Preisel in attendance, looking on, hoping his alma mater could pull off a big win here against Elyria Catholic.
Go.
After we attempted to win the 50-50 raffle by default to no avail, Elyria Catholic kicks the ball off, taken in by Gardner at the 25-yard line. He's going to slide down at, depending where they say slid, 28, 29-yard line. I say 29-yard line. We're holding it, takes over once again, and a crucial possession to the outcome of this game.
Putting up points is crucial on this drive, no matter if it's 6 or if it's, by 3 or if it's 7. That's not, yeah. Hopefully it's 7. But.
First down, Holy Name at their own 30-yard line.
Now, Holy Name starts will be the biggest possession of this game, bigger than any of the scores. This one, if they can run it effectively, this could potentially run out the clock. First down, ball at their own 30-yard line. Cole in motion. Williams takes a snap, gave it himself, running to the left side. cuts to the middle, is hit by Grasso and taken down at the 36-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. We're going to have 2nd down and 4 for Holy Name.
Tony Grasso made that tackle.
Seems to be oh, you said 2nd. I thought it was.
Yeah, Williams using his feet to his advantage once again.
6 on the play.
Trying to go to the left side of the field, had to come back inside as he was forced to be, and able to get a nice positive play there for Holy Name. 2nd down and 4 now. Williams trying to get Elyria Catholic to jump to no avail, looking to the sideline for the play call.
Yeah, they're probably going to take as much time as they want to get this play call.
Sanchez moves to the right side now of Williams. 2nd down and 4. Williams can keep himself running to the right side of the field, has the pressure, evades it, cuts up field, gets the 1st down, and will be hit down at the 41-yard line after the gain of 5. And like I said, enough for another Holy Name 1st down.
There is a flag on the play as well.
And there's a flag on the play.
The running back Tavion Thomas at the tackle, and now we wait to see the penalty.
Looks like they might be.
It appears that the ref is motioning for holding.
It's going to be.
The penalty is holding against Holy.
Holding against offense is the call. That'll move Holy Name back.
I'll move the ball back to about the 28-yard line. Second down and 12 from the 28.
2nd down and 12 now, ball at the 28-yard line with 7 minutes and counting left to go in today's contest. Sanchez on the right side of Williams. One last kind of a wing, and 2 receivers to the left side and 1 to the right. Williams hands the ball to Sanchez, who's hit pretty much immediately. And he'll be taken down at the 28-yard line, which will be the line of scrimmage, and they'll bring up 3rd down and around 12.
Panthers led by Clayton Rowland.
Now, Elyria Catholic still letting the clock run with 6:30 left to go in the game. 3rd down and 12 on what would be a crucial play. Trips left formation, Sanchez to the right side of Williams. Williams keeps it himself, runs to the outside, has some room, has a little bit of a break, and he stumbles his way forward. He might have a 1st down.
Depends where they're going to spot this ball.
They're marking at the 41-yard line.
Levi Elis made the tackle.
And it's just enough for a Holy Name 1st down. What a huge run there by Williams to get 13 on the play and keep the clock running, potentially. Either way, it moves the chains for another big Holy Name 1st down. .557 and counting left to go after the huge 1st down run there by Williams for 13 yards. Gives Holy Name that much more time to run out the clock. Sanchez to the right side of Williams. The wing is Wondolowski. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 1st down 10 at the 40-yard line. Wando goes in motion. Williams can see it himself, runs up the gut. Taken down kind of awkwardly at the 47-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7 on the play, bringing up 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of quarterback runs from Javon over this past couple of drives, and they seem to be working well, and probably going to keep them on for the rest of the game. 5:15 here left to play.
2nd down and 4 after the gain of, they're going to say 6 yards. Sanchez to the left side of Williams. Williams and the Holy Name offense looks to the sideline for the play call. But the quarterback run here. Sanchez moves to the right side of Williams. Wondolowski the wing off of the right tackle. 2nd down, Williams keeps it himself. Cut to the middle and tripped up pretty much right away at the line of scrimmage. 46-yard line, Tavion Thomas in the backfield to make the tackle. 3rd down and 4 at the 46-yard line, upcoming with 4:40 and counting left to go in today's contest.
Interesting to see if they want to go with the pass here, but I guess we'll see.
Wondolowski moves now to a receiver roll, trips left formation. 3rd down and 4. Sanchez to the right side of Williams. Trying to get him to jump to no avail. Looking to the sideline for the play call is Holy Name once again. Play call received. Sanchez option to the left side of Williams. 3rd down and 4 at the 46-yard line of Holy Name. Williams takes a snap, takes a handoff, keeps it himself, cuts to the middle, has some room now, he's loose! The 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and he's in for a Holy Name touchdown. Javon Williams runs it for 54 yards, and that might be the nail in the coffin for Elyria Catholic's hopes to win the GLC. Javon uses his legs, and once again, Holy Name scores. Now 34-25, leaders by 9 over the Elyria Catholic Panthers.
Is that enough quarterback runs for you? I knew one of them was going to break free. Such an important time right there to break free.
Stat keeper cited Drew Pastor in the first game had Holy Name as 12-point underdogs. This time, didn't learn from his mistake, did 9-point underdogs. Holy Name now is 9 points up over Elyria Catholic and are trying to make it 10 right now with 3:57 left to go. Elyria Catholic, a huge momentum killer for anything they had been going. One Elassi takes a snap, kick is good. 35-25, 10-point lead for Holy Name. And with 3:57 left to go in tonight's contest, the defense may be one big stop away from Holy Name being crowned the GLC champions. We'll be back in a minute once both teams set up for the kick.
2-3-2. 2-0-4-2-3-2. Once again, a new 50-50 winning ticket number. Check your tickets, please. 2-0-4-2-3.
After the big 54-yard rushing touchdown by Javon Williams, Holy Name up 35-25 as Chase Johnson is ready to send the ball away with 3:57 left to go in tonight's contest at Dan Reaser Stadium. The kick is away, taken in around the 15-yard line. Crest, the returner, taken down at the 29-yard line of Elyria Catholic, where Elyria Catholic will take over possession, needing a big score here if they want to have any hope of winning tonight's contest.
They're probably going to need, to win this game realistically, they're going to need a touchdown or a field goal, and then the onside kick, and then they're going to have to score again, whichever one they don't score.
It'll be interesting to see which one they go for first. Keep in mind, like we said, that was their first good field goal attempt of the year earlier in tonight's game. It'll be very interesting to see what they go for. First down 10. Cook looking to throw. There's a flag on the play, which might be a false start or illegal procedure, and it will be against Elyria Catholic.
Flag on the play before the stop is an illegal procedure against Elyria Catholic.
And that'll move Elyria Catholic back that much farther.
Interesting to see what Elyria Catholic does on this drive. They definitely don't have a lot of time to work with, so instead of the usual traditional run that they're going to go with, we'll maybe see some more the passing offense on this drive.
They do have 3 timeouts left with 3:49 left to go. They let Holy Name run a chunk of that clock off, maybe more than they should have, as Brady Cook now looking to throw. Launches it, and it is incomplete. The intended receiver was Niederst. Brady Cook, we've seen it, he's a decent completion percentage, but with his interception and touchdown ratio is a little iffy, and putting him in a pressure situation to pass is not something that is his forte. Looking at the last time out, we are up by 7 at halftime against him. He threw 0 passes in that second half. We'll see how Brady Cook handles the pressure as Elyria Catholic in a dire straits here. 3:43 left to go, down 10. Cook looking to throw, rolling out to the left side of the field, looking to throw. Has someone open in the flats, incomplete, intended for Colin Ginley. Now bring a 3rd down and 15 at their own 24.
They definitely have to go for this if they don't get it here. But still 2 straight incompletions, which does stop the clock, but will not give Elyria Catholic any yardage of offense.
And in this game, I think you got to say play of the game was Kevin Pavanka's touchdown. If that play did not happen, even if Holy Name does lose this game, that will be the play of the game, as that changed momentum for the rest of this game, as that is an incomplete pass. Colin Basco, they're diving after trying to pick it off, but to no avail, 4th down and 15. Like we were saying, if the rest would have said that was an interception in the end zone by Drew Engel, then Elyria Catholic would have had the ball up 10 with 7 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter, going to run a lot of clock. Instead, Holy Name made it a 3-point game, and they have not looked back from then. putting up 28 points in the second half of their offense, showing why you should not underrate them. Once again, for the second week in a row, third week in a row, putting up 35 points. And once again, Holy Name needs one more big stop here by the defense and a couple of nice runs for Holy Name, and that might be enough to end it. Biggest play of the game so far, 4th down and 15 at the 24-yard line. Cook looking to throw, has some time, steps up, launches downfield, and it is incomplete. Intended for Colin Gindley. Doska, the closest player, and just like that, Holy Name takes over at Elyria Catholic's 24-yard line with 3:27 left to go in tonight's contest, up by 10.
Another score here. If they try and go for it, will surely be the dagger.
And with that, we'll take a quick timeout before both teams get set up. We are back, 1st down 10, Balti 24-yard line of Elyria Catholic, 35-25 in favor of Holy Name is your score. Williams hands the ball to Sanchez, who runs it up. There's a little bit of hurdle, and it'll be taken down at the now 23-yard line, which will be a gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 upcoming for Holy Name. Christian, there's a gain of 5, 2nd down and 5 ball. The 18-yard line of the clock still running.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they want to use their timeouts here, which right now it looks like they're not going to.
Yeah, it's a big thing to watch for Elyria Catholic. They do have all 3 of their timeouts, but they've not used any yet. Williams ready to take a snap with one last to do his right, and Sanchez behind him. Williams takes a snap, hands the ball to Sanchez, going to the outside edge. Cuts inside instead and will be stumbled down at the 15-yard line. Should be gain of 3, bring up 3rd down and 2 for this Holy Name offense, who with 1 first down might be able to put the dagger in this game.
Travis Merrill made that tackle. Timeout.
We'll take a quick injury timeout as there's an injured namer on the field. The injured namer was also Wanalowski. He's able to get off on his own power. The injury, you'll see him back in the game. However, during our break, we were talking. The parallel between this game and the last time is pretty weird. We were up by 7 last time. We have 21 unanswered to be down by 14 and lose the game. This time, we were down by 10 at the half, and we came back and scored 21 unanswered of our own, and are now 2 minutes and 28 seconds away. As long as we play clean football, we're being crowned GLC champions. What a weird parallel in this game. That's why I love football, man.
I also love football. Still waiting.
Third down and 2, ball at the 15-yard line. Williams hands the ball to Sanchez, who pushes his way forward to the 14-yard line. Actually, they short. We're up 4th down and 1.
Now they're going to use their timeouts.
Travis Merrill made that tackle.
Elyria Catholic takes a timeout, so we're going to take 1, 2.
First down 10. Handoff to Sanchez. Cuts upfield. Stumbles forward to the 8-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. Bring up second down and 4.
For Elyria Catholic.
Two minutes left here in this game as the clock continues to run.
Brings up second down and 5 from about the 8.
Second down and 5 from the 8. Sanchez takes it and stumbles down to the 8-yard line once again.
Sanchez, the ball carrier. Tripped up by Tavion Thomas with some help from Jackson Smith.
Holy Name's going to take their sweet old time with less than 1 minute remaining here left in this game.
Hand off to Sanchez. He's pushing his way forward. And he's in for a Holy Name touchdown. Big run there, Christian Sanchez. That will end it here. Holy Name, once again. Big run there by Christian Sanchez. Calls game here at Dan Reaser Stadium.
I don't know if he meant to get in there, but it's always good when you score a touchdown, as long as you're not Todd Gurley on the Falcons against the Lions.
And a shout out to Todd Gurley. His playing career ended tonight. He announced his retirement. Best of wishes to Todd Gurley, who's definitely not watching this game.
Maybe he'll figure out we mentioned him.
Curtis Robinson to attempt the point after.
Kick by Robinson is good. Makes it a 42-25 ball game in favor of Holy Name.
Robinson's kick is up.
And we're going to take a timeout as we wait for both special teams to get ready.
All right.
Chase begins his run up and kicks it away. Kind of a shorter kick, taking it around the 25-yard line.
I believe that is Herberton taking the ball back, and he'll be forced down at the Elyria Catholic 33-yard line with 36 seconds left to go. Elyria Catholic, they're probably going for consolation at this point.
Nick Kuchera made a tackle for Holy Name.
First down, that ball, the 33-yard line, Elyria Catholic. Cook looking to throw, steps up, tripped up, but still on his feet, launches, and it's incomplete, intended for Tony Grasso. And after that little stumble, Brady Cook appears to be injured, and we'll take a quick injury timeout as he appears to be in a lot of pain. And now Garcia comes in the game. Finish this out. 2nd down and 10. Garcia looking to throw. Pass is caught by Halliburton. Halliburton cuts up field still. There's a flag on the play, and he'll be forced out at the 39-yard line. We wait the flag.
Pass is complete to Mason Halliburton. There's a flag on the play.
Probably going to be some holding.
Austin Wondolowski credited with yet another tackle.
Looks to be, yep, holding on the Elyria Catholic
No,
offense.
it's holding against Elyria Catholic.
Now 24 seconds left to go. The ball being spotted at the 27-yard line. 2nd down and 10 for Elyria Catholic. Some confusion in the backfield there as it looks like a victory formation, or in this case, losing formation here for Elyria Catholic as Garcia needs the ball down, and that should do it. And there it is. With 20 more ticks on the clock, Holy Name will be crowned your 2022 GLC champions at Dan Reaser Stadium. Holy Name, 6-game winning streak, now 7-2 on the year. Host an opponent next week unknown for the playoff game. Well, stay tuned to watch the celebrations after the game. However, that'll be it for us commentating. I've been Nathan Smee, alongside me, Cameron Ragazzo. Shout out to my dad for being tech support. And we wish you to have a good night and go Namers.